Imperial Valley's best oldies on the radio. It's AM 1230 Kxo. It is time for some high school football. Here's some high school football on a Friday night. Here's Mickey and the crew.
Thanks, Game. Good evening. Welcome to Shimamoto Simpson Stadium on the Imperial High School campus for tonight's non-league Division III matchup between the Tigers and the Valley Center Jaguars. I'm Mickey Dale with George Grijalva. We bring you a simulcast for the third week in a row, George.
Yeah.
We're kind of used to this being on the radio.
Yeah. It's old school now.
It's old school now on the Kxo radio and also on the YouTube channel. Tigers coming into the game riding a 4-game winning streak after last week's 14-0 victory over defending Division IV champion Palo Verde. And Imperial enters tonight's game ranked number 8 in Division III. The Jaguars are ranked number 10. So we've got 2 Division III schools for the first time this season involving the Tigers. And the Tigers are 4-1 on the season. The Jaguars are just the opposite. They're 1-4. They notched their first victory last week against Rancho Buena Vista under first-year head coach Bill Dunkel, who took over the program after a 25-year helm of Rob Gilster. We always see him whenever we go up there, and they'd come down here. But the record of 1-4, very deceiving, with losses to a pair of Division II schools and one against top division Poway. So they played a very tough schedule, which they're used to doing. They do that each and every year. In fact, I think they're Division I and II teams that are in their own league with them, and so they play tougher schools. Tonight's meeting is the first since the Tigers ended a Jaguar 10-game win streak with a 10-9 victory at Valley Center last year. That made a nice drive home, didn't it?
Yes. Well,
after all those days of driving back after heartbreaking losses, you got to come home with a victory last year, and it was the first Imperial victory against that San Diego County power. 5 CIF championships under Rod Gilster, who began coaching the Jaguars when the school opened back in 1998. And he always treated us good. His staff always treated us really well up there. And so I have nothing but props to give. I
was just telling Bruce Hoff that every time we went up there was such a nice guy. He always checked on us, make sure we had everything we needed.
And if there's anything we needed, they'd fix us up and stuff. So, we will miss him, and hopefully we have a good relationship with their new coach, Bill Dunkel, as the time goes on. And we'll be back with more of our pregame show in just a moment.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape Restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Thank you, Dale and George Grijalva, for tonight's game between the Imperial Tigers and the Valley Center Jaguars. Last week's 14-0 victory of Palo Verde. The classic game of 2 halves, wouldn't you agree?
Every game is 2 halves. I don't know why we can't put a whole game together.
Completely, yeah. Now, the defense did a good job of keeping them contained with that really difficult double wing offense that they run. It's such a tight offense and a lot of switchbacks with people, a lot of misdirections. Right, misdirections that they do. But then after halftime, they all got shut down.
Yeah.
So that little inside handoff they had and everything else. So we need to find out from head coach David Shaw, what does he say at halftime to them? Because he gets them sparked up for the second half. Tiger quarterback Jaden Ayala had 3 passes picked off in the first half. That's the first interceptions he's thrown this season. However, all were on tipped passes. He didn't let that bother him. Came on strong in the second half, completed 2 of 3 passes on the night, totaling 125 yards, including a 53-yard touchdown pass to Alfredo Dorame, his first touchdown catch of the season. And I look back on it, he had 7 completions, all were 11 yards or more.
Really?
Yeah, there were no short passes. They were longer passes. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Jane also engineered the offense to nearly 300 yards. On the night, Jared Nixon led the receivers with 80 yards on a trio catches. Andres Castro paced the running attack, 71 yards on 10 carries, including his second touchdown on the season. And defensively, the Tigers limited that potent Yellow Jacket offense to just 121 yards total, just 38 in the air. and one running back with 117. Fernandez had that. But two names for our defense comes to mind: Ethan Reeves and Darian Romo.
Romo had a heck first half.
Right.
But Ethan passed him in the second half, and I think I had him with 16 or 18.
Yeah, 18 tackles, I think. And so those two guys really stepped up in the second half and made that work for them. The defense will have their work cut out for them tonight, as it's uncertain who will start with the Jaguars at quarterback. They've had three different guys throw passes this year, and in warm-ups, two different quarterbacks. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how the Tigers start out this game against an offense where you've got two different quarterbacks, and that's kind of hard to plan for one if there's going to be another. And we'll look to see what to expect from the Jaguars when our pregame show continues in just a moment.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to Brick House Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from: hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brick House Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Dale and George Grijalva, just moments away from the opening kickoff tonight's game between Imperial and Valley Center, final non-league game for the Tigers before beginning IVL next week against Kxo right here. The Jaguars earned their first victory of the season by defeating the Rancho Buena Vista Longhorns 21-7 last week. And the senior quarterback, Humberto Rocha, who got the call, he completed 7 of 13 for 109 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Jaguars, one each to Dustin Hotchkiss and Jesse Morales. Tailback Jet Fuentes Staley, another Staley we've seen over the years up there, Valley Center, rushed for 94 yards and returned a kickoff 92 yards for the third touchdown. And interestingly, the Longhorns' only touchdown also on a kickoff return. So kickoff returns for both teams.
Really?
I don't remember ever seeing a game where you had kickoff returns from both clubs to score touchdowns. They had one of 95 yards. Rocha's completed 12 of 25 passes on the season for 175 yards. And then sophomore Braylon Mitchell has completed 26 of 49 for 364 yards. And he was taking the warm-ups just before the Jaguars went over into the end zone while the Pride of Imperial band came out. So it'll be interesting to see whether it's Rocha or Mitchell that'll be behind center tonight. Fuentes Staley has 218 yards rushing to lead that department for the Jaguars with 1 touchdown. One thing constant with Valley Center is that they are not awfully big historically, but they're well disciplined. We talked about that before we went on the air, that they don't make a lot of mistakes. And
they've always, since I started calling the games with you, they don't make mistakes.
Yep, always well-coached teams. They're not a normal 1-4 team. This would be a good test for the Tigers before they enter the Imperial Valley League season next week at home against Kxo. And you were saying it's going to be homecoming?
Yeah, homecoming.
So, next week homecoming against the Kxo Bulldogs. As you can hear in the background, the Imperial Tiger team will be running out from underneath the grandstand. Pride of Imperial Band is on the field. We're just a few minutes away from this opening kickoff. We've got one game completed already in the Valley. One is already in the second quarter. We'll tell you about those. Our halftime show continues in just a moment.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We're here in Imperial as the Tigers get ready to take on the Valley Center Jaguars. One game completed last night. Central defeated Cibola 35-12. Up their record of 4-2. The 5-0 Brawley Wildcats host Gila Ridge tonight in the North End. Southwest and Calexico have the weekend off to prepare for IVO play next week. And among Desert League schools, Calipatria will travel to San Diego to meet Claremont. Vincent Memorial will host Bonita Vista. And Hoga will have the weekend off. And we will have our opening kickoff of tonight's game coming up in just a moment.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zen at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
One of the team in action tonight, Palo Verde is traveling over to play against Palm Springs. Yeah.
Do you remember in the 70s, Palm Springs was a powerhouse?
They were a powerhouse. You're not kidding. They were huge.
So was Indio, but that's all. The only two schools.
Well, and there's so many schools now.
Yeah.
You know, everything's changed over so much that it's nothing like it used to be. Captain's going out on the field now for the visiting Jaguars. Their captains include Robert Nation, Carson Parrish. Let's see. I've written them on here who the captains were, and now it is not on there.
70.
70 is also number 18. Is Nate McDermott. So he's just jerseys around. When he goes on offense, he might put 18 on. So he's 70 right now. And for this, and
44. 44 is one of them.
Yeah, Robert Nation on the left.
88.
Is it 88? Okay, and that's Kevin Garcia. And then for the Tigers, quarterback Jaden Ayala, one of the captains, Ethan Reeves, had such a monster game last week on defense. Joe Villacampos and also Jose Apodaca. Now, you were saying that Joel's going to be heading out after the game and taking off to Colorado.
Adams State. He's going to go check out the school at Adams State where the other three boys are at. Aiden Shields, Zach Ray, and Seth Shaw.
But instead of flying like you guys did,
they're going to drive.
They're going to drive it right after the game to be there for a 6 o'clock game tomorrow night. Is that correct?
14-hour drive.
14-hour drive. So he's going to go and meet with the coaches there and maybe be on the sideline too. So that's kind of neat.
That's what they were saying.
Right,
they're hoping to put them on something about a bleacher they have on the field for the recruits coming in.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be cool if he's able to do that. Among Desert League schools,
I thought Brawley played last night.
Did they play last night? Okay, so that's
Gila Ridge, 47-15.
Okay, so probably defeated Gila Ridge 47-15.
15.
Okay, so the Wildcats now 6-0 on the season. So one game is in action now. It's a halftime score. Vincent Memorial leading Bonita Vista 7-0 at the half. That game started, I think, at 6 o'clock tonight, so a little early start on that. Tigers are in their all-red uniforms this week. Red jerseys, red pants, white numbers, a white stripe down the middle of the helmet. On the right side is their uniform number and the IT on the left side. Jaguars are in all white, come with white jerseys and black pants, but this year all white with black or dark blue numerals, and then their helmets have the same Jaguar insignia that you would see in the NFL on Jacksonville's team. And they'll be kicking off. They'll be defending the south goal, kicking south to north. Welcome Lee Elder, who checks in from Talmadge, Ohio. 63 degrees and no rain. Here it's about between 80 and 85 degrees. Cloudy skies, just a beautiful night for football. And I think fall was coming in a day earlier, so kind of like that.
And a fan on us, too.
Yeah.
Just to help a little bit.
Just to get the air circulating a little bit.
That was one thing when we landed in San Diego after going to the Adams State game last week in Denver. The pilot turned off the plane, and so there was no air circulating.
Oh, goodness.
Oh,
wow.
Gosh. I started playing a lot of dominoes quick.
But that's how he kicks off. The Tigers are going to catch it at the 15-yard line and coming to the near sideline and being brought down hard around the 24. Fumbles the ball, but I think the ground caused the fumble as Brandon Felix brought the ball out. And the Tigers will have the ball 1st and 10. They'll put it around the 24-yard line. Caden Ayala at quarterback for the Tigers has completed 54% of his passes, 810 yards on the season, 10 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. He'll have in the backfield with him Julian Jimenez and Andres Castro. They will go in and out. Julian will start this one. Jaden Lopez, Jaden Wilson, Jared Nixon, and Joel Villacampos at the receiver spots or the slots. And then along the line, Gillian Rosales, Jordan Malik, Maximus Alvarez, Jose Apodaca, and Ethan Aguirre Fierro. The Tigers taking over possession at their own 24 to start the ball game. Snap, and up the middle to Jimenez. Man, he gets dropped right at the line of scrimmage. There'll be no gain. It would be a 2nd down and 10.
Number 3. Great hit by number 3.
A lot of penetration, too, by that defensive line for the Jaguars.
Looked like 70 was up there, too. That was Staley, Daniel Staley. Tackle for the Jaguars.
So 2nd and 10 for the Tigers from lone 24 as they begin this ball game tonight. Final non-league game before starting league play next week against Calexico, and then a bye week after that. Back to pass Ayala. Throws it quick into the near side. Tipped away at the last moment.
By 11.
Dustin Hotchkiss, who plays both ways, play the receiver position too. Jared Nixon, who is intended for, falls incomplete. 3rd down and 10 from the 24.
He was in a position to pick that off.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nixon might have come back and beat that away from him. That's great read by number 11.
So Ayala at quarterback in the shotgun, takes the snap, goes back to pass, throws out to the right side. It's going to be knocked down at the line of scrimmage and will go incomplete. The Tigers will go 3 and out as Michael Saldana will knock the ball down for the Jaguars. And a 4th and 10, the Tigers will have to punt. No movement at all.
No.
Not at all. So 4th and 10, and coming into punt, Joel Robles averaging 48.3 yards a punt. And he'll be kicking off. And deep to receive for the Jaguars will be Jet Fuentes Staley. He had that 92-yard kickoff return for a touchdown last week, so very dangerous back there. Punt gets off. It's going to be a spiraling kick that'll get to the 42-yard line, and then immediately there's Tiger defenders right there to bring him down, and there's no extra yardage at all. The 43-yard line, that's where the Jaguars will take over possession, 1st and 10.
Good job by Jaden Lopez to get there. It was line drive kick, and still got there just.
They got it pretty quick. Yeah, they really did.
Those line drives are dangerous.
Defensively for the Tigers, the cornerbacks Eddie Martinez and Bo Zinn, Brandon Felix at the safety, Julian Jimenez, Ethan Reeves, Darian Romo, Joel Villacampos, Danny Esquives, in the linebackers, and on the line, Levi Mincher, Jordan Malik, Maximus Alvarez, and Jose Apodaca. And looks like they will be starting Braylon Mitchell, who was their quarterback of note, but it's going to be Rocha, after all, right up the middle by Fuentes Staley, and he'll get across midfield to the Tiger 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 7, almost 8, 2nd down and short.
That was good blocking by the front line for the Jaguars. Big hole, right up the middle. Good job by Darian Romo. Bring him down. Started early. Had a great game last week.
I'd call it a gain of 8. Right straight up the gut, right too. Right up the middle. He'll stay in the lineup. He'll go to the right side of Humberto Rocha, who goes back to pass. Rocha throws it over the middle. Oh, good fingertip catch. and brought down immediately, but a great catch by Dustin Hotchkiss, who brought the ball down with the fingertips and then brought it to himself. Tackled immediately at the 36-yard line, and a 1st and 10 after a gain of 13.
Great one-hand catch, too. Brought it in, got hit immediately by Brandon Felix. It almost looked like a face mask there. It had him wrapped around the helmet.
So Valley Center, after getting their first win last week on the season against Rancho Buena Vista, starting this drive with their own 43 now at the Tiger 36, 1st and 10. They'll send Lincoln Zetmeyer wide to the right. They'll have 2 receivers to the left side, the short side of the field, and an inside handoff on a good counter, and it's getting the yardage out across the 20-yard line to the 19. I believe it's Kevin Garcia that carried the ball. Let's see if that's who it was.
Tall boy, whoever he is. Lanky. 88.
Yep, it is.
Yep.
88.
88.
And it will get down to 19-yard line. It's a gain of 17.
Just a little misdirection from left to right. And Darian Romo got him from behind. He doesn't trip over himself because nobody's around him. He just tripped on his own. He might have been gone.
So Rocha, under center, hands it off to Fuentes Staley. Takes a couple of steps, gets away from one tackler of the Tigers. Straight arms and gets away from another. But the third will bring him down, but not until after some good yardage, about 6 yards, maybe 7 for the Jaguars. We're going to put the ball at the 13-yard line, a gain of 6. It'll be a 2nd down.
Campos. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Campos finally brought him down, but I like the way he straight-armed Darian.
Mm-hmm.
Got away from Ethan Reed first. I couldn't believe he broke away from Ethan. And then straight-armed Romo.
14 yards on a couple of carries by Fuentes Staley. Guess that's an appropriate name of Jet. It's spelled J-H-E-T-T, but pronounced Jet. Or it looked like that. He gets a call up the middle again. Kind of a straight-up runner. Kind of reminds me of Jerry Phil Jackson from way back when for Imperial.
Number 44. Jerry Phil.
Yeah.
Right? Was he 44?
41.
41.
41, yeah. Actually, the ball carrier is going to be Daniel Staley that's going to carry it this time. And he will get down to, let's see where they're going to mark it at about the 6. So gain of 7, another 1st down. So 1st and goal at the 6.
This reminds me of the running backs from Brawley of old.
Mm-hmm.
Just hard, right up the middle.
Right straight up the gut. Yeah. Under center is Rocha. Hand it off again to Staley. That's Daniel Staley up the middle. He grinds his way in. He'll get maybe a yard on that. We'll see where they're going to put the ball down at. They're going to put it to 4, so a gain of a couple. 2nd down and goal from 4.
That's Levi Minter and Darren Romo fighting for the tackle. Looks like a Podaka item in the backfield, too, for a loss. Got away from them. You're not going to arm tackle these kids.
So 2nd and goal from the 4. No, you're not. And you're going to need some help, too. They run pretty hard.
Yeah. I like that. I like the way they run. Like I was saying, Brawley of old. Just hit a hole straight up.
Always grinding out the yardage.
Yeah.
Daniel Staley in the backfield. Quarterback's going to keep it Rocha, and he'll get down near the goal line. Looks like he's going to be, it is going to be a touchdown for the Jaguars, as Rocha will carry it himself from the quarterback position, and that'll be his first touchdown rush of the season.
That was number 2 that carried.
Was it?
Yeah,
he was under center?
Yeah, 2 went under center.
Oh,
That's what I was trying to tell you.
All right, never mind. That was number 2 then.
Yeah.
And he will get the 4 yards and the touchdown. It's his 2nd of the season for Jet Fuentes Staley. Wow, what a drive.
Yeah.
First, the defense stops the Tigers to nothing, and then they march right on down in 7 plays to go on the board. Extra point. It's going to be a low one, and it's no good. I think it might have got deflected a little bit on the kick from Mateo Natale. So with 6:32 to go in this first quarter of play, it's the Jaguars 6 and the Tigers 0.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley High Schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
7 plays, 57 yards, using 4 minutes and 26 seconds off the clock. A 4-yard rush by Jet Fuentes Staley, his second one of the season. And with the missed extra point, the Jaguars up 6-0 with 6:32 to go in his first quarter of play. Dolly set to kick off. Dora made the deep back, and he'll come up to get it at the 11. Straight up the middle to the 15 to the 20. Finds a little bit of a crease. Goes to the near sideline to the 35 to the 40. Out to the 50-yard line. Penalty flag will go down way behind the play. So if this is going to go against the Tigers, that's a frustrating one for the coaching staff.
Got to be on the sideline then.
Going to put the ball at the Jaguar 49-yard line, but we'll see what the penalty flag is for. Nice return.
Yeah, James is pointing back this way.
So we'll see what they're going to.
Yeah, Robles is staying over here. He said, me? He's not even in uniform.
Right.
There's got to be a warning. Huh?
Usually it's a warning, and then the second time they do it, that's what it's going to be. It might be a penalty as such. It's a warning on a sideline. So you got to stay back, it's a good couple of yards from the sideline. You don't want a referee running into you. So the Tigers, great field position now, 1st and 10 at the Valley Center 49-yard line.
Good little hole off the left side for Dorame.
Yeah, and he didn't hesitate. Ran right through it and went to the sideline. Back to pass. Ayala sets up, throws out in the flat. Did he complete it? I think he did.
Completed.
Yeah, it's going to be a completed pass. And it will go to Mario Gaxiola. That's his first catch of the season.
10.
Yeah.
I was going to say, do we have a 10? Mario Gaxiola.
Yeah. Be good for 4 yards. Second down and 6 from the 45 of Valley Center. Gaxiola gets in. First pass to him. Catches it for 4. Tigers sent 3 wide receivers to the near side as Dorame and Nixon is on the left side along with Wilson, and back to pass. And they're actually going to be a draw play handoff to Jimenez. Nothing there. He gained a yard and nothing more. It'll be 3rd down now and 5 from the 44. Take it from the 43. Give him a couple on that.
Max Victor, 87. Hit him hard. JJ didn't go anywhere.
No. Mm-mm. They're tough along that line.
Yeah,
no question about it.
I'm telling you, we're not moving the front line at all, like we have everybody else.
Ayala at quarterback. Makes the handoff. Back to pass. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage. And it's the second time, I believe, that passes have been tipped away by Michael Santana. Yeah, he did on the first series of
on the other side. He was on the other side. He did that. Got about a 4th and 5.
Yeah, 4th and. They're going to go ahead and punt it. They're going to bring Robles in. So a little bit of movement by the Tigers. But after getting such great field position, be able to get just 6 yards out of it.
Bummer.
Yeah. Deep receive will be Fuentes Staley, and he'll be back inside of his 5-yard line. Punt's going to go up in the air. Going to bounce at the 20, go out of bounds inside the 20 at about the 17 or so. And that's where Valley Center will have the ball in their second possession of the game, leading 6-0 with 5:01 to go in this first quarter play. See what though. It's on the far sidelines. We're not exactly sure where the ball is going to be placed down yet. The referee's going to move it out. They would actually angled out at the 19-yard line. The Tigers defense has something for them now.
Goes in the back of the Tigers, along with Brandon Felix. Little Eddie Martinez on the far side. Max Alvarez coming in little late for the Tigers.
Rocha back in a quarterback under center for Valley Center. Fuentes Staley, the tailback slot, gets the call and gets hit behind the line of scrimmage, breaks loose, turns the corner on the far sideline. Will get the first down and more. And again, hand tackling by the Tigers. They're getting away from it.
J.J. had him for a loss. J.J. Jimenez had him in the backfield.
And so the ball will be brought out after going out of bounds to the 37-yard line. That'll be a gain of 18 and a first down for Valley Center.
And he's not very big, but I'll tell you what, he refuses to go down.
He runs hard.
Well, we did a lot of hand tackling last week with jerseys, pulling them up at least 4 or 5. Cannot do that here. Not tonight.
Not tonight. You're exactly right. Jesse Morales and Lincoln Zeitmeyer will come split out to the right, but the handout's going to go up the middle. This time the Tiger defense steps up big. It'll be a loss on the play. Hotchkiss gets the ball, and it will be a loss. They'll mark it at the 36, so loss of 1, second down and 9.
Yeah, J.J. brought him down, so Malik is the one that made the initial hit to change his direction.
Actually, it's Kevin Garcia, I'm sorry. Has the right number and get the wrong name.
The big boy.
Yep. Garcia at 6'1" and 215. And they have him as a blocking back or as a wing back on the right side. Wide receiver seats out of the field. Ball is snapped, and Rocha's is going to have to cover it as it was a mishandled snap, and it will fall for another couple of yard loss as he will fall down on it at about the 37. I'm sorry, the 33.
Yeah, that snap was down at his ankles. No chance at that.
No.
And not East Bay was there quick. Or not East Bay. His first tackle of the night.
They're down at about 15. And that loss of 3. So now what to do on a 3rd and 15?
Well, we'll give it to number 2, that's for sure.
That will, when they threw the pass to number 11 and he fingertips and brought it to himself. That was pretty cool catch. And that is Hotchkiss. And although he's not in the lineup right now, they move Garcia out wide to the right, along with Morales. One tailback behind Rocha, who's under center. They'll send Aiden Cuevas to the left side, wide, and
delay.
Yeah, I think it'll be a delay game. No,
has to be.
Yeah, but that's a whole call. This is delay game though. So I'm not sure. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty, maybe some motion. We'll call it a penalty against Valley Center. Would be right.
Yeah, because he never went under center. He was never ready to.
Yeah, maybe it's a legal formation.
Okay.
That could have been. So they got a 3rd down at about 20 and bring it back to the 28-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Back to pass Rocha. Going to throw it over the middle. Has a receiver. Catches a great pitch and catch out to Garcia. And it takes 3 Tigers to bring him down at the 39-yard line of Imperial on a big gainer for the Jaguars.
Wow. Villacampos was there with him. And beautiful pass just over Villacampos' reach.
And right in the crease. Found the crease there.
But it took 4 Tigers to bring him down. See if I can get you a size on this. 88, 6'1", 215. Looks bigger than that.
Looks bigger than that, doesn't he? It's going to be placed at the Tiger 20-yard line. That's going to be a 32-yarder on that.
Beautiful little touch.
Yeah. Rocha, and up the middle. Quintus Staley then kicks out to the outside, but then will be brought down via Campos. Comes up out of nowhere and puts the stop on him. After maybe a yard gain on it, it'll be a 2nd down and 9.
Good job by Villacampos. Stayed home, and when he broke it out to the left, he went right with him.
37 yards on 5 carries for Puente State, including the touchdown. It gives us the 6-0 Jaguar lead. 2nd down and 9 from the Tiger 39.
Straight at the Tigers. Nothing fancy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rocha goes back to pass. Rolls out to his right, flushed out of the pocket, looking downfield, pump fake, then throws it over the middle. As a receiver, it goes through his hand. He had to come back to try to catch it. As the pass was a little short, it will go incomplete. It'll be a 3rd down and 9.
Somebody blew the coverage there. That receiver was all by himself at the 10-yard line. But he had to roll to his right. Couldn't put anything on it. Just short.
The Rocha now 2 of 3 for 45 yards in the ball game. Came into the game 12 of 25 for 175 on the season. 2 touchdowns. 3rd down and 9 from the Tiger 39. 51 seconds to go in this first quarter of play. 6-0 Valley Center lead.
Who's number 2 QB? It is.
Direct snap to Fuentes Staley, then drops the ball, picks it up, tries running around the left side. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll be stopped at about the 41. It'll be a loss of a couple. And it was just a missed snap.
He had it. Yeah. He had it. I think he looked away. He looked to see where he's going to run.
That could very well have been what it was.
Yeah, I see number 11 back. He said, wait a minute, that's not your quarterback. And it was number 2.
We go from a wildcat formation and direct snap to Fuentes Staley, and now Rocha comes back into the lineup.
Good job.
Go ahead. There's just 16 seconds remaining. They'll get maybe one more playoff if they hurry. Down to 10 seconds.
No, I just want to say, JJ did a good job to get out to the sideline, push him out of bounds.
Rocha from the shotgun will get the snap, steps up, gets flushed out of the pocket again, and throws it to Fuentes Staley. And there's Tigers all around him. He gets away from all of them, gets the first down, and then it's going to get tripped up at about the 27-yard line, but good enough yardage for the first down as this first quarter comes to an end. The score after one quarter here in Imperial is Valley Center 6 and the Tigers 0.
Dan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Dan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them number 1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
There's a 14-yard gain to the 27-yard line of the Tigers. 1st and 10 for Valley Center as they head now to the south side of the stadium. Went to Stady, the lone running back in the tailback slot behind Rocha, who's under center. Takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Fuentes Staley will put down his helmet, and he just rushes for another 7 yards to the 20-yard line, and it'll be a 2nd down and 3. He is a tough runner.
Very strong. We got Levi Mincher with the second tackle with 9 of the night, along with Aaron Arispe.
2nd and 3 from the, we're going to pull it back out to the 22-yard line to make it a 5-yard gain. Gives him 40 yards on 7 carries. And Rocha now will go back into the shotgun, and right to his right side will be Staley. Back to pass, throws it, has a receiver open and hits him just before the intended receiver. Dustin Hotchkiss turns around, just gets an arm on it.
Yeah, he never ran. It's like he just stuttered, stepped, and then like it was a timing play. And as soon as he turned, the ball was already there, so he just barely got a hand on it.
59 yards passing for Rocha on 3 of 5 in this ball game. If the Jaguars lead 6-0. 3rd down and 5 from the Tiger 22. Rocha will go back under center now. Garcia will be lined up in a blocking back just to the left of the quarterback. And Staley in the backfield. He gets the call up the gut. Will get inside the 20-yard line to near the 18 before he's brought down. That'll be a gain of 4, and they're looking at a 4th down on a long yard, maybe 2 yards.
Darian Romo again, along with Aaron at East Bay with his 4th tackle of the night, unofficially.
Be at 3 yards on that, so it'll be 4th and 2 from the 19-yard line.
And we need to stop here.
Yeah, need a big stop on this 4th down. 4th and 2 from the Tiger 19.
He's going under center.
Coach will have behind him Daniel Staley. Coach a delayed handoff up the middle. Staley's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Second effort to get the 1st down, though, as he travels all the way inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. It becomes a 6-yard gain and what looks like it would be no gain.
It was a lot. He was short of the... Oh, hold on.
Penalty flag on the field right at the end of the play.
At the end of the play.
So we'll see if it
he's
actually occurred at the end or if it happened.
He's talking to the player here on the offense.
Maybe a hold? No? Not sure what that one is. This is chop block, maybe? Yeah. Chop block is as such, so maybe it was a chop block, and maybe that's what it's going to go against the Jaguars. So it'll nullify that. Now, they're marking it off from the end of the play, though. Thought they would take that.
So it's a 1st down and 15, or 5 yards.
They took the penalty back to where the line of scrimmage was. I thought they would have marched it off from the original line of scrimmage, but... So it's going to be a 4th down and 2, and it'll put it at the 19-yard line. So that play didn't happen.
I don't know.
Basically, I don't know what happened. 4th down and 2. Timeout's going to be called by Valley Center with 10:03 to go in this first half of play. It's the Jaguars 6 and the Tigers 0.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
6-0, the Jaguars leading. You're listening to Kxo Radio, Centro, California, 1230 on your AM dial, and it's Tiger football against the Valley Center Jaguars, who lead the game 6-0, but have a 4th and 2 at the Tiger 19. Rocha will go back into the shotgun. We'll have Daniel Staley to his right side. Rolls out to the right after the snap, looking downfield, going to throw it toward the end zone, and it's caught over the top of the Tigers, but it's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Good job of getting up in the air to catch that was Hotchkiss, but a little bit out of bounds, and it will fall incomplete, and the Tigers will take over on downs.
Ooh, right over Field Campos again.
Wow. So the Tigers will have the ball, their own 19-yard line. How about an 81-yard drive?
I'll take it. I'll take it. I like when you call it, we do it. Yeah, so back on that penalty, we asked Will Torres what that call was, and it was assisting the runner. You can't help push from behind to move forward. You can pull, I believe, but you cannot push. Maybe it's either one you can't do. I don't know.
First time I've seen that call.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. It almost looked like a sideline violation.
Yeah, I had no idea what they were talking about. Okay, so I got a quarterback for the Tigers. Hand it off up the middle to Jimenez, and he runs right straight into a Jaguar at the line of scrimmage. He'll gain no yardage on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 9 from the 19.
See who that is. Number 11 again. For the Jaguars, Dustin Hotchkiss. JJ usually bowls over the
3 carries, 2 yards net. for JJ so far in the game.
He's not following the blockers, so he took it out to the outside.
He'll be to the right side of Ayala in the shotgun, hand it off up the middle, and there's going to be Jaguars waiting for it. He'll get to the line of scrimmage and be brought down. It'll be a 3rd down and 9 from the 19. I hope Coach Shaw has a halftime speech this week because we need to get something going here.
Work that magic again. Santiago Podaco's way over here by us, and the play went the other way.
Tigers on offense have a net of 6 yards in the game. 3rd down and 10 from the 19. And the Tigers have to burn a timeout, uncertain what to play out there. And at the 8:52 mark of this first half, it's the Jaguars 6 and the Tigers 0.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada, fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
Sister Kyla's checked in from Middleton, Idaho. 65 degrees up there.
Another beautiful.
I know she had to wait later in the morning to go out for a walk so it could warm up enough. So it's been a little chilly up there. But thanks for listening in, Kyla.
Yes, thank you, Kyla.
3rd down and 10 for the Tigers. They're 3rd down and 9. 3rd and 10 from the 19 and back to pass Ayala. Going to get hit from behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss on the play inside of the 15. And the Tigers are at the punt again.
It looks like 54. Yeah, 54. He just took too long. That was on the defensive backfield. Great job. Great coverage.
And a loss of 4. So 4th and 14 from the 15-yard line, and the Tigers are going to have to punt.
I think if he tucks that in just a second earlier, it's a good game because everybody was deep.
Robles punt, not a great one, not what we're used to seeing, and it comes back toward the Tigers. Will go out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Around the 36 or 37. Let's see what they'll mark it at. Came into the game averaging 48 yards a punt. And that one just got up in the air and didn't go anywhere.
Too bad one. Too bad.
36-yard line.
The flag isn't moved, but earlier when they had the smoke going here in the tunnel, it was blowing hard from the north.
I'm not seeing any of that.
But no, this is a whole different team, Tiger team that we've
been used to seeing, yeah.
And
as we said, Valley Center came into the game 1-4, but it's a little misleading as they always play a schedule that is above them.
Yeah.
They played a couple of Division II schools, one Division I school in Poway, and then defeated Rancho Buena Vista last week, 21-7. Back to passes Rocha. Sets up. Has Tigers all around him now. They're going to bring him down. They're going to sack him back around the 40-yard line. Just had no time at all. It's good pursuit by the Tigers. A loss of 4.
Max Alvarez and 55 Esquivel combined for a sack.
So 2nd down now and 14 from the Tiger. Actually, going to put up the 39-yard line. So it'll be a loss of 3. So 2nd and 13 from the 39.
Yeah, I thought Mincher had him. Mincher had him for about a 10-yard loss. He was able to sidestep him, and then he got hit by Max.
Rocha will have Staley behind him, and we'll get the pitch to the right side. This is Fuentes Staley. Cuts back toward the left side, and will get positive yardage, but not a whole lot. He'll get just inside the 35-yard line. And they'll mark it at the 34. So gain. Big gain of 5 on that. So 3rd down and 8 coming up.
So Ethan Reed got him first tackle of the night. I can't believe that. Along with J.J. Jimenez. for the Tigers. Yeah, Rocha back there.
Rocha will have Staley to the left side of him this time. It goes back to pass. As tries to set up. Tigers everywhere. Penalty flags are down. Could see a hole back there, but a good job of pursuit again by the Tigers.
Apodaca hit him hard. He was being held. Max was being held on the right side here. Left side of the defense or offensive line. Right in front of J.J. Jackson.
Yeah, so I think we're going to get a holding call against Valley Center on this.
So we're going to have 4th and 16 or 3rd and...
Or take the 10-yard penalty, make it a 3rd down.
And about 20? Yeah. Close to 20.
Depending on where they're going to mark it from the 40.
Oh, they're keeping the sack?
Yeah, they're going to keep the sack.
Okay.
So they'll make it a 4th down now. And about 14.
So,
14.
I'll give that to Apodaca.
Yeah.
Bringing in the punting.
They lost those 6 on that play. Good job of the defense on this set of downs, though, for Imperial.
Got Cash Connolly into punt with the Jaguars.
And deep to receive will be Felix for Imperial, and he'll be back at about the 5-yard line. High snap goes over his head, and the Tigers are going to recover the fumble at the 41-yard line. Imperial will recover the mishandle, and it's thrown via Campos.
Via Campos recovers the fumble for the Tigers.
That's his 3rd recovery on the season.
Woo!
Johnny on the spot.
We needed that. Ooh.
Yes.
We need something to help us. Can't find him. Here he is, man.
So 1st and 10 Tigers, their best field position of the night at the Valley Center 40-yard line. A rare mistake by the Jaguars tonight. Everything's pretty well been their way.
Now we need to take it in. Got 6:17 left in the second half. Or second quarter, I'm sorry.
1st and 10 Tigers from the Valley Center 40-yard line. Ayala will have Jimenez behind him to the right side and gets the call over left side.
No
Man,
way.
running right straight through the Tiger line to make the tackle is Daniel Staley.
Wow.
Wow.
On both sides of the ball. Staley. Both Staleys.
It's going to be a loss of a couple. JT just barely got started when he was stopped. Be a loss of a yard. 2nd down and 11, 41. 5 carries, a net of 1 yard. For Jimenez, who came into the game with 451 yards rushing, leading the team with that and 3 touchdowns rushing. But they're just getting through gaps or something. I'm not sure. They're just getting through it quickly. Back to pass Ayala. Passes it quickly, gets to Jared Nixon, completes the pass, and close to the 1st down near the 30-yard line.
He's got it. He's got it.
And he will get it just inside the 30. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 30-yard line.
We haven't called today. Andres.
Ayala back to pass. This time he intends it for Dorame, and it goes to behind him. Just didn't have time to pass on that. So it'll go incomplete.
Andres Castro. We haven't called his name today. See if I can spot him on the sideline here. No, don't even spot him here. Got 2nd and 10 again.
Yeah. 2nd down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Ayala gets the snap, goes back to pass, looks to the right side, double pump, and then the ball gets hit at the line of scrimmage. Kind of looks again like Michael Saldana did it. He was back in the defensive or in the offensive backfield of the Tigers. They'll go incomplete, 3rd down and 10. The other checking in, saying that he doesn't know what the California high school rule is, but in college ball and the pros, you can push a runner but not pull one.
Okay.
So that may have been what that was on the call.
Thank you, Younger.
3rd down and 10 from the 30-yard line of Valley Center. 5:04 to go in 2nd quarter. Tigers down 6-0. Back to pass. Ayala. Double pump fake. They've got to run it up the middle. Got some room to run. Finds a crease. He's down to the 10 and brought down just short of the 5-yard line. Good job of seeing what is on given to him, and Ayala taking it.
See, that's what you should have done over here when we're in their own 20. He had that same read right there.
Out of the 7-yard line, 23-yard gain. Hannah up the middle of the minutes, nothing there.
There's nothing.
No gain.
I can't believe this front line for the Jaguars. They are just feeding us to the punch. Nobody's done that to us this year.
No, not used to that at all.
We are not used to this. Oh, there he is. They heard me.
3 minutes, no gain on that. Second down and goal from the 7.
Andres Castro just came in. I could not find him on the sideline.
Andres Castro will come in to spell him in the backfield. He'll be to the left side of Ayala, who's in the shotgun. Ayala taking his time, sets up, gets the snap, back to pass. Looks to his right, rolls out to his right. Now he's just going to throw it away. Nobody was open.
Nobody.
And they pretty well had everything covered.
But look how we had 3 guys in the middle of the end zone.
In the middle of the end zone, yeah. We did have 3
Somebody went the wrong way.
Yep. So 3rd and goal from the 7. Ayala's completed 2 of 8 passes for 15 yards. And he's gained 19 rushing. Timeout on the field. 4:07 to go. First half of play. It's the Jaguars 6 and the Tigers 0.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
3rd and goal from the 7. Back to pass Ayala. Going to throw it up into the air for Jared Nixon. Incomplete. Goes over his head in the corner of the end zone. And Robles will come in to attempt his 4th field goal on the season. Saw him warming up into the net on the sideline. I thought, yeah, a field goal would be nice, but an extra point would be nicer.
It'd be better, yeah.
But he'll come out. Ayala will be in for the hole.
I wish Nixon would come back after those. If he could use his height against us.
Yeah, it just went over his head. All's going to be let down right about the 15-yard line. So this will be a 25-yard attempt. Ball is down. Kick is up. And it is good. With 4:01 to go in the first half of play, it's now the Jaguars 6, the Tigers 3.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zen at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Scoring drive for the Tigers. 8 plays, 33 yards coming after the Villacampos fumble recovery on a punt attempt by the Jaguars. Took 2 minutes and 13 seconds off the clock at a 25-yard field goal by Joel Robles, his 4th of the year. He's 4 for 4 in field goals.
Right.
And it's now 6-3 in favor of the Jaguars.
Just glad we got that goose egg off that scoreboard.
Yeah, it's good to get 2 points on the board. So Robles will kick off. 17 touchbacks on the season. And both their deep backs are right at the goal line. And here's the kickoff. Line drive. Strong kick. It's going to be caught right at the goal line. And it's going to be reversed to Fuentes Staley around the right side. That's up. Dives over the 30-yard line, or right around the 30. Let's see where they're going to mark it at.
Right at it. Right at it.
So that's where the Jaguars will have the ball 1st and 10, and they'll be at their own 30-yard line.
They caught a couple of the Tigers off guard with that reverse. They're engaging in their blocks,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't see it happening. Just a couple of them, just a few steps to go the other way. They recovered those just in time.
So let's see if the Tiger defense can step up big again on this set of downs. 1st and 10 Jaguars from their own 30-yard line. And off the middle. Going to Staley. Tries to get at the middle, nothing there. Tried to bounce it out. Lost his footing. Got to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 2nd and 10.
Good job by Levi Minter to just follow from behind, and him and J.J. Jimenez were able to bring him down.
Went to Staley with 45 yards on 9 carries in the game. Averaging about 50 yards, a little over 50 yards per game rushing, and he's got 45 here in the first half. Daniel Staley will be in the backfield now behind Rocha, who will be under center. Rocha, delayed handoff, Staley up the middle. Tackers all over the place. He won't make it to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and a 3rd down and 9 coming up from the 29.
I know one of them was Ethan. I can't see who the other one. I think it's Malik. Ethan Reeves.
So the 3rd down and 9 from their own 29-yard line, and 2:45 to go in this first half. The Jaguars with the ball and the lead. Well, now it's a 6-3 lead after the field goal by Robles. Rocha will go back into the shotgun. You have Daniel Staley to his right side. It's the snap. Goes back, steps up. It's going to be a little screen pass going up the middle. It's going to complete it to Garcia. Gets off of one tackler, but Tigers will converge on him at the 31. Be a gain of just a couple of yards on the play. And a 4th down and long coming up. The Jaguars will have to punt. Remember the last time, Tigers recovered the bad snap.
J.J. Jimenez stayed with that. Even though he got out to the outside, J.J. hung with it. And, well, Campos slowed him down. Just enough for J.J. to catch him.
Only 3 yards on that one.
Yeah.
Deep to receive would be Brandon Felix.
He's a strong runner. You cannot arm tackle this kid.
And timeout's going to be called by Valley Center with a minute 42 to go in the first half of play. It's the Jaguars 6 and the Tigers 3.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
Valley Center facing a 4th down and 8 from their own 32-yard line. Dorame is going to go back now to receive the punt. He'll step back to about the own 35-yard line. And coming into punt will be Nate McDermott.
Oh, the kid from Penner.
He switches jerseys. He wears 18 some of the time and 70 some of the time. So he's got the 70 on now, yeah. Good snap this time. McDermott will get it off just barely, though. And it's going to angle out of bounds just past midfield. The Tigers will have pretty good field position, and they'll be somewhere around their own 45 or 46-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised if Campos got his hand on that.
He may have. They got in there quick.
Forward. Yeah. It's rolling forward.
McDermott normally does not punt. Mateo Natale does the kickoffs and the punts. So unsure whether that was part of it or if Campos got a hand on it. But they're going to put it at the Tiger 46-yard line. In good field position with the Tigers. Can we get the lead before the half? Only a minute 36 to do it.
I wonder if their punter didn't get hurt on that fumble or the bad snap.
And that's possible. That's possible. So 1st and 10, Tigers' own 46-yard line. Jimenez would come back into the lineup, move to the right side of Ayala in the shotgun, and back to pass is Ayala. Set up for a screen pass. Pump fake, has to roll out to his left. Now he's going to throw it to the sideline on the far side out of play. It'll be incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Uses 6 seconds off the clock.
That's supposed to be a screen pass.
Yeah.
2 receivers, Nixon and Jaden Lopez, were holding their block. I think it's supposed to be a little screen off to the left to JJ. Read perfectly by the Jaguars.
They're a quick team.
They're very disciplined.
Yeah. And we said that at the beginning. They've always been a very disciplined team up there. They don't make a lot of mistakes.
Nope, nothing fancy.
Fundamentals. 2nd down and 10. Back to pass Ayala. Gets flushed out of the pocket a little bit. Then we'll throw it and completes it. Going to be completed. Jaden Wilson to the 30, to the 20, and finally going to be dragged down. It looked like it went through the hands of Jared Nixon, right? And then Wilson was behind him and caught it.
Yeah, the ball was thrown behind Nixon. He dove backwards, and he tipped it straight up to Lopez. Or Wilson, right?
He was brought down at the 23-yard line. In field goal range, though. To be able to tie this up. 1st and 10 from the 23 of Valley Center. And fake the handoff up the middle. Rolling to his right to Ayala. And he's going to throw it out of bounds again. Threw it really quick, though.
No, too quick.
Maybe trying to save some time, maybe.
Yeah, he had 10 open right behind the linebackers. I think 10. If 10 rolls this way, he sees them.
It was a 31-yarder on the pass to Wilson. And for Wilson, that's his 5th catch of the season.
Yeah, the first time he threw it out of bounds was good, but this one, a little premature.
Yeah, that's what I think so, too. 2nd down and 10 from the 23 of Valley Center. Tigers trailing by 3. Make the handoff, throws it out, caught it, but it looked like he was hit from behind before the ball got there. No penalty flags down. That must have been right when it happened, but Dorley, great job of collecting the ball and got tackled immediately. It'll be a gain to about the 15.
Oh, wait, maybe there is something there. J.J. Jackson's telling the sideline to calm down over here. Okay, so they did call it. I didn't see the flag.
Yeah, I didn't see it either, but yeah, he looked like he was all over there. It is now. You see, it was behind one of the Tigers. We couldn't see the flag. But yeah, it was pretty obvious pass interference. And so the Tigers are going to get that much closer to the goal line with 56 seconds remaining in this first quarter, trailing the Jaguars by a score of 6-3.
And who caught that?
That was Dorley did.
Oh, okay.
Did a good job of doing that, too.
Great job of concentrating.
Now they have to decide, where the ball will be, and if the penalty flag is taken, an 8-yard gain, but then there was the penalty flag, which appeared to be pass interference. No. They're going back to the line of scrimmage. Then will they mark off the 15 from there?
Okay. I like that better. Pass interference.
You got a little nervous there for a second, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
The 15-yarder is going to give the Tigers a first down, and it will put it at about the 12-yard line. So the catch will not go in, but we'll take that pass interference call. So it'll be a 1st and 10 from the 12. About the 11-yard line, looks like, from the 11. Minutes will move to the left side of Ayala in the backfield from the shotgun. Jaden gets the snap, goes back to pass, gets flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to run it, gets away from one tackler a second, then he's going to be brought down really awkwardly, but looks like he's going to come up with no injury to it. There'll be a gain of only a yard and 30 seconds to go in the first half. Tigers are going to have to hurry it up. 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8 from the 9. And then they put the ball down on the ground to stop it, but they used a lot of seconds up before they did that.
Yeah, the play before this, his right leg just folded under.
It
did not look good.
Yeah, it was scary looking. So the Tigers on the incompleted pass by spiking it, but 23 seconds to go, face a 3rd down and 8 from the Jaguar 9-yard line. Jimenez stays out on the field, now to the right side of Ayala. Nixon wide left, Dorme to the right. along with Gaxiola. Now back to pass. Ayala, pump fake. Going to be by the line of scrimmage. So the Tigers have a timeout. As though they're going to need to use it or they're going to run out of time. And they may not have enough time, and we need to get back across the line of scrimmage to spike it. So it's fourth down now. Never mind.
It's fourth down?
Yeah, it's fourth down. So I guess the Tigers did have one more timeout and stopped the clock with 9 seconds to go. The score, Jaguars 6 and the Tigers 3.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
So fourth down, enough time for Robles to come in to attempt a 31-yard field goal. The yellow will be in on the hold. Be closer to 32. We're going to say a 32-yard try. He's already kicked one tonight. He's 4 for 4 on the season. And the ball pretty well looks like it's a little bit to the left of the middle. Closer to the left hash mark, but pretty much in the middle. Right of Imperial Band is in the outside of the end zone, ready for the halftime. Ball is down. The kick is up. Long it up. It looks good, and it is good. With 3 seconds to go on the clock in the first half, 2 field goals by El Robles, and it's 6-6 ball game with the Tigers getting ready to kick off. Wow, that was clutch.
I like the way JJ smiling at Robles.
Comes with 3.8 seconds on the clock. Tigers able to move the ball. They had the 31-yard pass from Ayala to Wilson that keyed the drive that started at the Imperial 46 and made it to the 16. Let's see, we got 38-yard drive.
You're not going to give Nixon an assist on that?
kind of. That looked like it was intended for. 4, 5, 6 plays, 35 or 38 yards. And it used just about all the clock. 3.8 seconds on the clock.
I think I'd hit a line drive right now, make him one of the up backs get it. Or put it back into the end zone. Here we go.
So Robles, the kickoff. It's a line driver indeed. It's going to bounce to the 20. Be picked up at the 10-yard line. Heading upfield at the 20, gets hit there. That'll be the final play of the half. And the Tigers come back after trailing 6-0 with a couple of field goals by Oil Robles. And at halftime here in Imperial, it's the Tigers 6 and the Jaguars 6. You're listening to Tiger Football on Kxo Radio, El Centro, California, 12:30 a.m. on your dial. We'll be back to recap this first half, stats, and also have an interview that we'll have at halftime. All that coming up in a moment.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro. El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape Restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to Brick House Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brick House Deli with big, full, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
Halftime score, Imperial 6 and Valley Center 6. And what a half it's been. A little different than what we expected this half to be. The Jaguars would come out and score first on the 7-play, 57-yard drive, using 4 minutes and 26 seconds off the clock, and a 4-yard touchdown run by Jet Puentes Daly at the 6:32 mark of the first quarter, but the extra point was missed, and that could come up really big as this ball game goes along. And the Jaguars led it by a score of 6-0. But the Tigers would come back in the second quarter with 4:01 to go in the first half. An 8-play, 33-yard drive using 2 minutes and 13 seconds was capped by a 25-yard field goal by Joel Robles. That would be his fourth field goal in 4 tries leading up to the game, and the Tigers trailed 6-3 with 4:01 to go in the half. And then with 3.8 seconds remaining in this first half, a 6-play, 38-yard drive using 1 minute and 33 off the clock was capped by the 32-yard field goal by Robles, and that gives us the halftime score of 6-6. For Jaden Ayala passing, he has completed 3 of 12 passes for this is for 46 yards. 46 yards passing. And of those, the big one was a 31-yarder went to Jaden Wilson that we both think was intended for Jared Wilson, but it went to Jaden behind him, Jared Nixon, and it went to Wilson behind him, and then he carried it up to 31 yards. Jared Nixon did get 1 catch for 11 yards, and then with his first catch on the season coming into the game and getting a 4-yarder early in the game was Mario Gaxiola. So 46 yards passing is it for the Tigers in the first half, but worse than that, 13 yards rushing net. 14 yards by Ayala. He did have a 23-yarder, but then there were some losses that came to give him a net of 14 yards. Julian Jimenez, 6 carries, 1 yard. Yes. Yeah.
After her, what do you have, 179 or?
One was a win, one for the Kippers.
I hope he.
Halftime talks by head coach David Shaw. For Valley Center, their quarterback Humberto Rocha has completed 4 of 6 passes for 62 yards. 2 of those would be completed to Kevin Garcia and totaled up 35 yards, and then 1 catch of 13 yards to Dustin Hotchkiss and a 14-yarder to Jet Puentes Daly. Puentes Daly would be the leading ball carrier, 9 carries, 45 yards. Daniel Staley, 4 carries for 11 yards. And then Kevin Garcia, 2 carries for 16. And then Rocha was sacked a few times for a minus 12. So the net would be a total of 60 yards, 62 passing, 122 to 61 for the Tigers.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad, no.
It sure looked ugly in that, but it was the first quarter that hurt us.
Right.
The second
quarter,
half they adjusted.
Right. So hopefully in the second half, which we've seen throughout this season, that the second half we adjust and things come out a little bit better. You have some defensive stats for us?
Get those out.
Okay.
Now, we didn't have the kind of half we did last week with Romo and Reeves, but I have J.J. Jimenez with 5 leading all tacklers. Then Villa Campos ended up with 4 after having, I think we had him with 2 for last week. Darren Romo ended up with 4, along with Aaron Arispe. Then 3 for Levi Mincher from the defensive line position, 2 for Ethan Reeves, and then 1 each for Brandon Felix, Jaden Lopez, Mario Tapia, and Jordan Ballard. But then we have, I gave each half a sack for Danny Esquivel and Max Alvarez, and then 1 by Jose Apodaca. Another sack by Apodaca to stop the drive.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah.
Thankfully. The Tigers did shore it up quite a bit in the second quarter of play. So we'll see what happens when the second half comes out. Valley Center will be getting the football in the second half, and that'll be coming back in just a little bit. And we've got a former offensive coordinator for the Tigers that we have up in the booth who has an off week from his coaching duties in Phoenix, and we'll hear from him in just a moment. Halftime score, Valley Center 6 and Imperial 6.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Have some updated scores for you. Claremont is leading Calipatria 14-0 at the half, and it's Vincent Memorial 14, Bonita Vista 0. That one is in the fourth quarter, so looks like the Scots may come up with a victory up in San Diego. And we have former Imperial Tiger offensive coordinator Brady Hoff with us tonight. Welcome back to Imperial.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to be back from my yearly trip here to watch a game, and my brother's coaching again this year, so I came to watch him and see how he's doing. And been a good game so far.
I was going to ask you what you thought of the first half.
Well, the defense is really settling. Outside that first drive where Valley Center kind of ran it down their throat. I mean, now Valley Center struggling to run the ball. You get a couple of big special teams breaks there, and now you tie it up, and it's a brand new ball game. A couple of them offensive plays. There was one run where one guy, they missed a double team, and the linebacker ran through. Otherwise, would have been a huge gain. So it's there. They just got to have one guy kind of step up and make a play. So. But they got some good momentum going on. Usually you see them games always right before half and right after half.
Right.
In those close games, that swings it so much. So.
And I'd much rather have it on our side going into that half than getting a late field goal by the other position.
But even coming in tied, that's a huge win.
Oh, yeah. After being trailing for most of the first half, by 6-0 for most of the time until halfway through the second quarter, we got on the board. Now you're coaching in Phoenix. Tell us about that.
Yep, in Cactus Shadows, way up north there in Cave Creek, and we're 3-1. We had our bye week this week. We got to play in Las Vegas at Las Vegas High School. So that was fun.
Oh wow!
We went up on a Thursday and came back on a Saturday. So that was an interesting trip. I'm really proud our kids handled it so well, because you think going to Vegas and trying to keep teenage kids focused on, hey, this is a business trip, but we won. We got beat last week by Boulder Creek pretty good, 70-34, but they were 0-3, but they played 3 of the top 10 teams in the state, and now we're going into our region, and it's the 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6th ranked team in 5A. That's our region.
Wow.
And it's Higley, who's the defending state champ. Gilbert North, ALA, which is the defending 4A state champs, got bumped up. Notre Dame Prep, who beat St. Augustine, they were semifinalists last year. Horizon and Desert Mountain both have D1 dudes, and they were semifinalists. So it's like, this is the playoff, basically.
It is, yeah. Your league is a playoff, really.
But the good thing is, you win one league game, you're almost guaranteed to make the playoffs, because that power rankings are gonna skyrocket.
Yeah.
So.
Now you were saying there's quite a few of former NFL players that are coaching in the area.
Yeah, I know Kurt Warner coached at Desert Mountain. I don't think he does anymore. And Ty Detmer, I think he coaches at ALA Queen Creek, but he's somewhere out in there. And you had that Dominic Raoul, the kid that transferred to Georgia. He was going to go to Pinnacle, which is 5 miles from our school. And his dad, for old Lyman fans and the Nebraska Cornhusker fan, is Dominic Raoul, the old center for Nebraska and for the Lions. Okay. So there's a lot of those ex-pros there, and they got some really good athletes. That southern area with Chandler and Hamilton, that's going to be some of the best football in the country.
And when you say that they're just a few miles from you, other than the Las Vegas trip, how long is your longest trip?
Probably like 35, 40 minutes. Like from Scottsdale down to Gilbert is our longest trip. So I guess you measure it basically in time, because it's only a few miles, but traffic on the 101 is brutal. So,
because I know when you were here in Imperial, when we'd make trips, it was usually San Diego, and you got a couple hours just in driving.
Yeah, that's like Vegas it was a 4-hour bus ride for us, and I used to beat the Valley Center, which is always free. I was like, why are we going up on Thursday? We can just go Friday morning. It's same like in North Dakota, we'd have 4-hour bus rides all the time. It's like. I wish I would know we can go stay in a hotel. Of course, in North Dakota, we didn't have no hotel to stay in. I guess they could have taken their camping gear and we could have camped out. They would have liked that. So.
A little chilly, but I guess you could do it.
Yeah, only come October.
So are you offensive coordinator then at your school now?
No,
what are you handling?
I do the O-line,
okay.
And then we kind of break up the special teams. I do the PATs. So,
okay.
And then, it's kind of, we all kind of work together. And I'm up in the booth like I was here, and I can kind of send down the plays. And most of the time they work. I had one that I call the screen that was a pick six, but that was because they lucked into it. It's one of those ones that the defensive lineman decides to take a play off, and he's like, oh it's right here.
It's thrown to me. I can get it.
Yeah, so they outlucked us on that one. So
now, just having been an offensive coordinator here, what would you, if you were the offensive coordinator now, what kind of things would you want to try in the second half?
I don't think you want to abandon the run. Like I said, there are a couple plays where you're just one away. I would like to go more to our RPO game like we used to do. I know they had one. They were both wide open here, and the DN just got his hands up. It's like it's not the plays and the calls that are bad. It's just like one guy, and they're making plays too, and that's going to happen. And then you always want to look at is it what we're running that we're outmanned, or is it just like somebody's not making a play? And if it's just one guy, you can fix one guy. You don't want to press the panic button yet. So
yeah.
I would try and really I'd do some quick hits too, because they're playing off 10 yards. You can get 3 yards, put yourself on schedule, and then try an RPO, and then you're still in a good position to convert on third.
Okay.
And I think one of the big things is just staying on the field, because they had their first 3 were 9 and out basically.
Yes.
That taxes your defense.
So just execution then. That's pretty much what
execution and be physical. Like these guys are smaller than Valley Center's been, but they still hit like Valley Center.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it comes down to these games. Be a nice little. I think it'd be a pretty good game when Imperial gets Brawley here, because didn't Brawley beat them 14-0?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a pretty good game now. Coaches aren't looking down the road, but I am. I get the benefit of being a fan this time around.
Right,
so.
Right. And you know what kind of rivalries there've been around here.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that'll be a big one. And league starts for Imperial next week against Calexico, and Calexico's 4-1 on the season. They had their first loss last week, so they're going to be a tough one.
Yeah, that new guy down there is doing a good job. From a few years ago, they're pretty competitive every year. They look good. To get to Calexico's that school, that's scary, because they got so many kids and so many big kids and good athletes. They can get them to buy in. That could be a juggernaut.
It could be, yeah.
Especially because they're in those lower divisions. They could rip through them lower divisions, get a couple titles, then they get bumped up.
So kind of what we saw with Palo Verde is they were in Division 5 2 years ago. They had 3 outstanding athletes, 2 running backs that were just exceptional. They won in Division 5, moved them up to 4-1 again last year. Of course, once they're gone, now things a little bit different with them. So
they should beat Grossmont. That's a big upset for a school, because Grossmont's a big school.
Right. And they're playing Palm Springs tonight.
Wow.
High school. That's like, whoa, that's a big one to go for. So they're going to have that before they start into their league. That'll be kind of interesting.
That double wing they got going, that's a good identity. That's a good. I saw Bloomington back when Markham set the record for like 800 and some points, and they ran 4 plays: toss, trap, counter, and 1 pass. And they just ran it down your throat, and you weren't going to stop it.
That's what they did last week. And once you start converging on the run, they'll pull back for a little pass, and boom, there you go. And
that's a dang good offense.
Yeah, no, it was. Tigers had some trouble with the first half, but they settled down in the second half, and they stopped that little trap handoff on the inside, and then we got the victory out of that. Well, thanks for coming up and talking with us.
Thank you.
Make sure if it's a bye, come out and see us.
Will do. So hopefully we're in the playoffs this year, so we are still playing in November, but we'll see.
Okay.
We just got to win 1 league game to get in. So
okay.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Have a good one.
Good talking to you. Brady Hoff, former Imperial Tiger offensive coordinator. We had a great time with Brady over the years. He would give us insight of what's going on in practices and what players to look for and different plays to look for and things like that throughout the season. So we really enjoyed having Brady with us throughout the seasons that he was here in Imperial. And it was great to see him again.
Yeah, he told you when they were going to run a trick play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he told that. Watch for this. We're going to be doing this trick play. So we didn't say anything, obviously. Yeah. We don't want to give it up, but we were waiting for it. And so that's always nice to have something like that. So it's always great to see Brady, and good luck to him at Cactus Shadows there in Phoenix. And, we're talking about former pro players in the Phoenix area. Rancho Bernardo has a former player as their head football coach. Former Charger Eric Weddle.
That's right. My sister just told me.
Yeah,
that's right.
He's at Rancho Bernardo. They're 3-2 on the season, and let's see where they're ranked at. The Tigers are ranked number 8 coming into the weekend, and Valley Center was ranked number 10. Rancho Bernardo is number 2 in Division 2.
Okay.
Behind Del Norte. Central is number 7 at 3-2, now 4-2. And then Brawley is now 5-0. The only unbeaten team at Division II, but they have them marked down as 9th. And they played a pretty good schedule. So anyway, so Brawley's 9th in Division II. Central is in 7th in Division II. In Division 4, among Valley teams, Calexico is ranked number 8. And then in Division 5, Benson Memorial ranked number 3. Southwest ranked number 7. And then in this new Division 5 AA, Hopeville is behind Army. Navy is going to be really tough in that division. And Calipatria is number 5. So that's how those rankings look heading into this weekend. Tigers will be kicking off in this second half. They'll be kicking from the south, heading to the north, left to right on your dial. And you're listening to action on KXO Radio, Central California, 1230 on your dial. Mickey Dale along with George Grijalva. Homecoming coming up next week, but tonight it's Valley Center and Imperial with a 6-6 tie at the half.
And what is this Western motif? Did you ever hear anything about it?
No. It's funny. I was looking at them wearing, I was thinking when we were over in Gila Ridge that everybody had the rodeo thought there and signs. But, yeah, the cheerleaders have boots on, giving a little country flair.
Yeah, not a cowboy hat being worn here to stand.
Lee Elder chiming in saying, is this kicker going to bring back the nickname Thunderfoot? Well, maybe so, Lee. 5 for 5 on the year with a school record 48-yarder already. Had a 42-yarder also this season. And comes through to put the points on the board for the Tigers tonight in the 6-6 tie here at the half. Robles kicking off. Deep to receive on the near side is Puentes Daly. And on the far side is Cash Connolly. Kickoff. Going to go to Connolly, who fumbles the ball, gets back into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. That'll be touchback number 18 this season for Robles. And updated score, Vincent 20, Bonita Vista 0. That's in the fourth quarter. So.
Then I forgot to give Via Campos that fumble recovery.
Yeah, that's 3 on the season.
Yeah, I forgot to say that one.
He had one last week, in fact, where he took the ball out of their hands, remember?
Yeah,
so he had 2.
Right out.
He's had a fumble recovery in each of the last 2 games. Rocha will see it at the quarterback slot. He'll have Puentes Daly, who really has a heavy knee brace on his left knee. Back to pass, throws it, going to complete it over the middle to Garcia. And Garcia is going to be brought down hard, but not till he gets to the 34-yard line and a first down.
Brandon Pile in Via Campos combined for the Tigers. Ethan had him. I bet Ethan will not knock that ball down.
It's going to be a 15-yarder on that first down, first down and 10 now at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Ethan Reeves was right there. Out there to swat that down and just out of his reach.
It's the third catch of the night for Kevin Garcia, 6'1" and 215. But like we said, he looks bigger than that.
Yeah, no, he does.
Puentes State will go to the right side of Rocha now in the shotgun. Hands off up the middle. Gets across the 35 to the 36. And then brought down.
Oh, somebody's staying down.
Yep, one of the Tigers taking time getting up. 64.
That was Max after.
Max, Alvarez. That's who it looks like. Yeah, it looks like 64. And there'll be timeout on the field to check on him with 11:09 to go in this third quarter play. It's the Tigers 6 and the Jaguars 6.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zen at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Alvarez making it onto the sideline. There's his own power. Limping a little bit, but getting it off the field on his own. Second down and 9. Fumble!
We got it.
And I think the Tigers are going to recover it. Indeed it is. The Tigers are going to recover it. Apodaca will be at the bottom of it. and that will be his first fumble recovery on the season, and it comes at a clutch time right at behind the line of scrimmage, actually about the 33-yard line. That's where the Tigers will take possession, 1st and 10 from the Valley Center, 33.
Yeah, I think the quarterback was trying to pull that one back and keep it, and running back wanted it. Bounced right up into the air, and Apodaca landed on it.
So with 10:56 to go in the third quarter, Tigers have the football. 1st and 10 at the Valley Center 33-yard line. Dayton Ayala at quarterback. He'll have in the backfield with him.
Okay.
And getting the handoff, Andres Castro, and he'll be stuck at the line of scrimmage with no gain. There are white jerseys all over the place. And it'll be a 2nd down and 10.
Oh, they didn't give him that. He fought for a couple of yards, it looked like. No gain.
Yep, he got stood up.
They need to go outside, I think.
First carry for Castro. Yeah, I think so, too. There's just been nothing up the middle.
Open it up just a hair and then bring it back in.
2nd down and 10 from the 33. Jimenez comes into the lineup. Castro to the sideline. Tigers and Dorme to the right side, split out. Wilson and Nixon to the left. Dorme will go in motion, gets the hand up around the left side. Tries to get around the side and going nowhere. There's white jerseys again everywhere out there. There'll be no gain. In fact, maybe even a loss on the play. Let's see if he got back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain. 3rd down and 10 from the 33. He's got speed, but there's nowhere to go.
No. These guys are very disciplined. They stay home. They contain the corners. I think number 11 hit him, Dustin Hotchkiss. I do like that they tried to get to the outside.
Yep. 3rd and 10 from the 33. Ayala looks over the defense in the shotgun, goes back to pass. That's up. Goes quickly to Jared Nixon, who completes it for a gain inside the 30, about the 28 or so. Let's see where he went out of bounds on the far sideline, so we're trying to get a good shot of where it's at. They're going to put it about the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, so a 4th down and 5 coming up. Second catch of the night for Jared Nixon. This goes for 5 yards. Has a total of 16 in the night.
Oh, we got a flag.
And penalty flags all over the field.
I think that was on purpose there. I think they were trying to draw him out. They did.
It is. Offsides going against Valley Center. It's actually going to be a 4-yard gain on that. And so 5-yard penalty will now make it a 4th down and 1.
We got an update here. Vincent, 20-0 final.
So congratulations to the Scots. It'll be 4-2 in the season now. So 4th and 1 for the Tigers. And the ball inside the 25, handed off to Jimenez up the middle, and he gets stood up, and I'm not sure he's going to make it. Second momentum, though. His second effort, though, I think may have gotten it for him.
He moved it. I think the rule.
He got stood up right at the line of scrimmage, and it will be enough for yardage for it. Wow.
I think number 11 hit him again. That was all over the place. Oh, Hotchkiss.
So a gain of a yard and a 1st down. And that was a big run for Jimenez.
That hasn't happened for most of the year. Every play.
1st and 10. Take the handoff. Back to pass. Ayala just floats out there this time. It was intended for Jaden Lopez, and it will go incomplete. They just kind of floated out on it.
No, it flowed in again. That's how we started the year, that West Hills. Remember, everything floated on him. I think he's rushing too much. He didn't have to rush that time.
No, he had good protection that
time. He had good protection. Right. It's already in his head.
Jaden Lopez will come to the sideline, and Joe Campos will come into the lineup. First time I think we've seen him in that blocking back position, which we've seen him been so successful with this season. Let's see how it works out. He met us in the backfield to the left side of Ayala, and he's going to get the handoff over the left side. Finds a little bit of a crease, dives forward inside the 20-yard line to about the 16. They get this 18-yard line.
18, yeah.
So gain of 5.
Sylvia Campos comes in. It's that gap between the guard and tackle on the left side, and JJ followed him in. Same thing. Same line. Nope, opposite side.
That's the longest gain for Jimenez. And it comes as 5 yards.
Timeout.
And timeout on the field. 7:55 to go in this third quarter of play. It's the Tigers 6, the Jaguars 6.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
Third down and 5 from the 18-yard line for the Tigers.
See if we can draw them offsides again. Make it easy. The words once already. We had a few years ago. Remember, we did it so many times.
Fake the handoff. Ayala's going to go back to pass. As receiver in the end zone going to go on the short one to Villacampos. Breaks one tackle. He's down to the 10 and brought down to the 10 and a first down for the Tigers. Good effort. Joel Villacampos.
That was Villacampos. He was caught for a loss, and he was able to fight off that blocker or tackler.
First and 10 right at the 10-yard line. An 8-yard gain on the pass play. And an injured player down for the Jaguars. Anthony Pacheco is down on the field. Stopping the clock with 7:43 to go in this third quarter play. And the score, Tigers 6, Jaguars 6.
Dan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Dan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Dan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
From the 10-yard line, Ayala hands it off to Jimenez, tackle behind the line of scrimmage. As soon as he got the ball, there are 4 Jaguars there.
From the left side or the right side of our offensive line.
Be a loss of a couple of yards on it. Second down and 12 from the 12.
One I couldn't understand, but 4?
Yeah. White jerseys everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. This is how the game was with Adams State against College of the Mine.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tall defensive lineman.
Ayala, fake handoff, going to throw it in the corner of the end zone for Jared and Vic. Touchdown, Tigers. Nixon will go up on the jump ball and will come down with a touchdown, and the Tigers lead it 12-6.
That was thrown behind him, and he could jump and outleap the defender. That's what I've been waiting for right there.
For Nixon, that's his 3rd touchdown catch of the season, and for Ayala, his 11th touchdown pass. Robles will come in for the extra point. The ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. With 7:01 to go in this third quarter play, the Tigers with their first lead of the night by a score of 13-6.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
Make it 9 plays, 33 yards, using 3 minutes and 55 seconds off the clock, and a 12-yard touchdown pass from Jaden Ayala to Jared Nixon. And with the extra point by Robles, the Tigers leading it 13-6. Kickoff right at the end zone. It will be another touchback. That will be touchback number 2 on the night, number 19 on the season for Robles. I like seeing those balls throwing up in the air.
Yeah.
Jared, a great basketball player, 6'4". Jump up and let him go get it.
He can leap. He can jump out of the gym. I'm telling you. Wish I would do that more.
Yep, I like seeing that.
I like it behind him instead of too short.
So for the second time in the half, Valley Center is going to have to be starting off from the 20-yard line.
Much green as we can.
Going under center, Rocha back to pass. Going to go deep. Has a man. It's going to be intercepted by the Tigers at the 48-yard line. Coming up with the pick.
Goes in.
Goes in, right. That's the second of the season. He just waited on that one.
He just waited. Yeah. He played center field on that. It was overthrown.
Goes in with his second interception on the season. Comes at a great time on the first play from the 20-yard line after the Tiger touchdown. It's going to be at the 50-yard line, and the Tigers have the ball 1st and 10.
Oh, I love to see my grandson, Stephen Shaw, get excited like that. He's kind of laid back and mellow, but I like when he's jumping around slapping everybody.
The Tigers have the ball 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The accomplice will stay into the lineup, and he'll be at a blocking back behind the right tackle for Imperial. Behind him will be Jimenez, the lone running back, next to Ayala on his left. And fake the handout, throw over the middle. As the accomplice in the open is thrown a little bit high. Not able to bring it down. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Nice stop, though. And again, it goes to the execution.
Yeah, that's all it was. Just a little behind and too high.
Ayala's completed 3 of 5 passes in the second half for 20 yards, including the touchdown.
Do it again. Got to do that. He was too wide open not to do that again.
So 2nd down and 10 from the 50. Back to pass again. Ayala going to find a receiver. Going to complete it to Jaden Wilson at the 40-yard line. Still in his speed inside to the 35, and a 1st down for the Tigers.
Good fight. Good fight. I like the way he danced around and got around the defender. Got another 3 or 4 yards out of it.
And a bullet for a throw from Ayala.
Yeah,
he just nailed it. They're going to mark it down to the 36-yard line. A gain of 14 and a 1st down for Imperial.
That might have been the hardest ball they've thrown all year right there.
And it was right on the money.
Right on the money.
Just perfect.
They came back to get that and then shoot the defender and got around him.
1st and 10 Tigers from the Jaguar 36. Leading at 13-6. Ayala looks over the defense.
There we
pitch
go.
out to Jimenez around the right side. Nothing but white jerseys there again. And a fumble on the play. It's going to be picked up. And heading to the goal line is McDermott. The accomplice chasing him, and he's not going to get him. He dives into the end zone. I thought he might have been down, and then the referees are staying down. I think he may have already been down before the ball was picked up.
It was a fake pass. Is there a penalty?
We couldn't see whether the fumble happened before before he went down on the field or not, because it's right in front of the Tiger bench. So we'll see if that counts as a touchdown or not, or if they're going to bring this one back.
No, that was a face mask. I don't know. One number got him by the face mask, but he turned him around, and that's when he lost the ball.
So a touchdown by McDermott. Showed pretty good speed, too, to get to the goal line.
Well, he did. I thought he
I did, too, but it didn't happen.
He pulled away.
Lee Elder checking in, saying in the second quarter, San Diego State 10, Boise State 7. Ooh, second quarter score, Aztecs leading.
I tried to make it to the UCLA San Diego State game. Could not get tickets.
Oh, really? And while they figure out where the ball is going to be, it looks like the Tigers are going to retain possession. And last weekend you went to Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
You left at what time now? Give us some time.
I left the house at 2:45 for a 6:30 flight.
2:45 in the morning.
And we got back to the house at 1:45 Sunday morning. 23 hours up and back.
To Colorado.
To Denver, Colorado.
To watch Seth play.
To watch the grandson play.
Right.
As long as the other
play, and Aiden Shields and Zach Ray, all of them see in action.
Yeah. Good things from the coaches. It was so good to hear that, how well those kids are doing it. And they called Coach David Shawn. They said, if you have any more kids like this, send them our way.
And you were telling me that they're setting a good example to push the first stringers.
There you are.
They're getting more action in because they're pressing it.
From the beginning, they said these guys are pushing the number one to work harder. And in fact, Zach Ray is the starting linebacker right now. And what's neat is he's actually running the defense like here. He's positioning, he's pointing people.
Oh, really? How neat. How cool. As a true freshman. That's outstanding.
Yeah.
That's at Adams State.
So the coach said he's going to fill out the paperwork to, because he's one of the leading tacklers right now as a freshman in the conference.
It is going to be face mask against the Jaguars, so the Tigers will retain possession. And they'll put the ball at the 35-yard line.
I like the way they pitch it out and send him in motion a little bit and pitch it out to him, and they've still got there to cover that.
And up the middle to Castro. Castro breaks a little bit inside the 30-yard line to the 27. Very close to a first down. He's just shy of the first down, but getting some good running room there in the middle. He's second down and short.
That is the best push we've had all night by the front line. And that's all he did is put his head behind one of the linemen and followed him in.
A little 8-yarder. Second down and 1 for the Tigers. And I think the handoff at Simon is going to be a big sack. And Garcia is going to make the sack, and Gala just didn't have any time at all.
Somebody missed their blocking assignment there. Untouched from the right side of the Tiger line.
From a 2nd and 1, now it's going to be a 3rd and 5. And pull it back to the 30.
Oh, looks like 6 almost.
33-yard line, yeah.
Shoot.
So 3rd and 6. Castro stays in on the left side of Ayala. The snap. That's back. Tries to run it. Then throws at the last moment. Incomplete. He may have been past the line of scrimmage. That's what they're going to call. Is he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw.
Yeah. Yeah, he threw it from about the...
Yeah, he was across the 30.
About the 30.
Right, and they were at the 33.
Yeah.
In the 32 and 33. So another call we haven't seen in a while is a quarterback going past the line of scrimmage.
I think JJ's thinking about it too. How do you?
Yeah, you just don't see it that often, really.
Like that one helping or assisting the runner.
Right, yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Remember in the old days, they would have a program, and it showed, or in the middle of the program, what they called all of that. I was just thinking he had to reach into his back pocket and get one of those old programs out so you could see how you rule it.
I might have that.
I
think I might have had that at one time.
While they discuss that, 13-6, the Tigers lead it. You're listening to the action on KXO Radio, Central California. 12:30 a.m. on your dial and on the YouTube channel. Say hi to Rick Sharp, always checking in from Mississippi. Gulf Coast. Yeah.
Gulf Coast, Mississippi.
So this 5-yard penalty will go against the Tigers. They'll bring it back to the 37-yard line now.
Loss it down.
And it's a loss of down, so they'll make it a 4th down. And the Tigers will have to punt. Had a 2nd and 1 from the 28, and then 2 plays later having to punt it.
He's got no time back to Mick. He's got to roll out.
Yep. Robles gets a low snap, and the punt will hit at the 15-yard line. It stays in bounds right along the sideline to the 7. Wow, how did that ball stay in bounds?
I thought it was going out of bounds.
Yeah, I
even turned away.
I thought it was going to bounce and go out of bounds, and instead it rolls right along the inside to the 7-yard line.
That's a pretty bad punt.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
No, but you don't want to be punting it too far there. You want to try to get inside the 10 if you can, and it ended up being at the 7. So,
well, the way he was rolling forward, I thought he just hit it. Usually you want the backspin a little bit.
We'll see if the defense can get going here.
Yeah, 4:29 in the third quarter.
Had the interception on the first play from scrimmage on the last set of downs for Valley Center by Bozin. And they'll go from the shotgun formation. Getting the snap, a new quarterback is Mitchell, and he's going to be tackled in the end zone. It'll be a safety. It will be a safety on the first snap, taken by Braylon Mitchell, new quarterback for Valley Center. It goes as a safety, make it 15-6, and the Tigers will get the free kick.
That was J.J. Hernandez. Oh, I don't even know where to write that down there.
Wow, so 2 snaps in the second half.
I think this guy, he took too long. The other quarterback gets rid of it.
Around their last 2 possessions, 2 snaps, and you got an interception and a safety. Wow. So that will now make it 15-6 in favor of the Tigers.
I wish we could go back and see that again.
Importantly, it makes it a 2-score game, too.
And that's the best part.
15-6. Haven't had a safety in a while either.
I don't know if they were trying to set up a screen pass. It's something too long.
Yeah, well, and he mishandled the snap a little bit, too.
Oh, he did? I didn't see that. Okay, I didn't see it.
Okay, so the Tigers will get the football right back. It's going to be a free kick from the 25-yard line. So the Tigers should have pretty good field position by getting the ball now. Maybe this will be a momentum change or a turnaround for the Tigers to get going here. 4:23 to go in the third quarter. Tigers now lead at 15-6 after the safety.
4:23 to go in the third. Hope we could keep this thing rolling. Got the momentum on our side after the sluggish first half.
Mateo Natale will be kicking off. Soccer-style kicker. And Dorame is deep to receive. He's standing at his own 30-yard line. And the kick's going to be a high one. Not awfully long, to about the 33-yard line. Caught there.
Goes in.
And makes a couple of moves to get out to the 49-yard line. So good return on a high, shorter kick.
Was able to bring him down.
That was both in, yeah.
Yeah, both in.
That was both.
Thinking Zetmeyer.
So 1st and 10, Tigers right on their side of the 50-yard line at 49. 1st and 10. And now leading it by 2 scores and 15 unanswered points. They were down 6-0 for most of the first half. Got a couple of field goals by Robles, and then the safety and a touchdown. Fake the handoff, back to pass. That should have been intercepted. That went in and out of the hands of Alex Rodriguez of the Jaguars. That appeared to be what would be a somewhat easy interception. I don't think he was expecting the ball to be thrown there.
No, I think he was watching the receiver.
Right.
That ball went
Right. Instead of watching the ball. You're right. I think you're right.
Oh, he got hit. Number 5. The quarterback got hit hard.
Ayala's up, though, and he'll stay in the lineup.
Right as soon as he let it go, he got hit.
Castro in the backfield with him on the left side of him. They'll be in the shotgun. The accomplice will be behind, or actually between the right guard and right tackle, about 2 yards off the ball, and goes into block. Castro following his blockers, gets across the 50, the 45 to the 42, just short of the first down. And the Tigers will have a
second and one?
Third and one.
Third and one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, JJ talking to Coach Shaw.
That'll be a gain of 9 for Castro. He's had gains now of 8 and 9 on his last 2 carries.
See what they're yelling at here.
Third down and 1 from the Valley Center 42.
The band? Oh, they're coming over to the band.
4 minutes to go in the game. Clock starts back up.
Well, watch.
Wilson and Nixon will be wide to the left, and Gaxiola wide to the right for the Tigers. Ayala goes under center. He's going to run it himself, and he's going to get the first down. His second momentum will get him to the 40-yard line. Good enough for the 2 yards, and a first down for the Tigers. Good call.
Good call, yeah.
He's been going from the shotgun throughout the game. This time he goes under center and then gets an extra push, and that second effort by him really did it. But it's the 40-yard line and a first down.
Yeah, he just put his face mask on this lineman's back, and once they quit moving, he just slid off to the right for the first down.
So 1st and 10, Tigers moving the sticks at the Valley Center 40-yard line with 3:10 to go in this third quarter of play. Tigers 15, Jaguars 6. Ayala takes the handoff, back to pass. Looks over the middle, has a receiver, completes it to Gaxiola at the 20, brought down at the 18, and a first down for the Tigers.
Down. He's getting hit after he throws the ball.
Great catch by Gaxiola in traffic, though. Good job.
Right at his hip, right behind him, but he was able to hold on.
Good for 22 yards. He has 2 catches on the night. Handoff going to go to Castro. Castro gets hit on the right side. A helmet comes off a Jaguar.
Number three helmet came off.
Castro will get a yard maybe out of it. Yep, that's going to be Daniel Stadium. He'll have to go out for one play, be a yard gain. 2nd down and 9 from the 17.
Boy, every time I hear that name, I just think of Roger and Raymond Staley.
Yeah.
Back in we're elementary school.
I remember Raymond. He was in our grade, and and Rodney was a year ahead.
Rodney, not Roger.
Remember him playing Pop Warner, and Raymond said, "You better watch out for the cowboy." They called him. Back to pass Ayala. Going to pass it incomplete, intended for Villacampos. It looked like it might have got tipped at the line of scrimmage, and will fall incomplete. It'll be a 3rd down now and 9.
Like the way Villacampos came up off the ground. Where's that flag? Give me a flag. Yeah, they lived right behind us on the corner of H and 12.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a big corner lot, and we used to play a lot of football there.
Okay.
My brother Art kicked the ball one time right through the window.
And in motion to the near side, Ayala back to pass. Going to throw in the end zone for Nixon. Jumps up. And I think he got it.
Got a flag.
Yeah, and we had a flag in the middle of it all, but Nixon was not able to come down with the ball.
JJ went like this.
And so let's see what will be called as the referees will talk it over.
That a defender over with Nixon, he was just trying to get back into position, ran right into Nixon.
And it's going to, let's see what the call is. It's going to be a hold against Imperial. But pass interference against the Jaguars, so that'll offset, and we'll run this one again.
All right. 3rd and about 9.
Thanks, Lee. It's Aztecs now leading Boise State 17-14. So pretty good contest going on there. Aztecs and the Broncos. So 3rd down and 9 from the 17 of Valley Center. The Tigers with the ball in the lead, 15-6. 2:17 to go in the third quarter. Castro stays in the lineup in the backfield to the right side of Ayala. Ayala takes the snap, takes the handoff, back to pass over the middle, has a receiver, catches it at the 2, not quite into the end zone, but it will be a first down.
First down. But
Jaden Wilson, great catch, he throw.
Man, Fuentes Bailey. He is tough. Not very big, but he is tough.
At the 3, that'll be a 14-yard gain. Take the handoff. Ayala's going to try it himself. And Gets it. Touchdown, Tigers. Ayala fights and scratches his way into the end zone from 3 yards out, and the Tigers now take a 22 or 21-6 lead.
He fought and fought.
He didn't want to give that up.
He didn't want to give it. He wanted that touchdown so bad.
Yep.
Oh, penalty flag.
Is it going to be a penalty?
Late. Just
unsportsmanlike conduct against Imperial. Wow. So instead of an extra point, tack on 15 yards on this extra point.
He's looking right at Ayala. Look, he's talking to Ayala. He was already down on the knee, though. That's going to be it. Hold on. Let me watch JJ. Number 5. He pointed right at him. This is going to be an NFL extra point.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Be like an NFL extra point. 15-yard penalty. We'll put it at the 18, add 7, put it around the 20. Oh, they'll be taken on the kickoff.
On the kickoff, okay.
Yeah.
How smart of the coach right there.
Yep. You get field position.
I wanted to show off his foot again, though.
So Robles in for the extra point. Ball is down. Kick is up. And it is good. With 1:56 to go in this third quarter play, it's now Imperial 22, Valley Center 6.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to Brick House Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brick House Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Scoring drive, 8 plays, 51 yards, using 2 minutes and 25 seconds off the run, and capped by the 3-yard touchdown run by Jaden Ayala, his 4th touchdown rush of the season. And with the extra point by Robles, the Tigers lead at 22-6. But now kicking off from his own 25-yard line after the unsportsmanlike conduct against the Tigers. And so Valley Center is going to get pretty decent field position.
Hope they put it deep.
Got to kick it as far as you can.
Yeah. For that time at Valley Center when the whip kick and it took it.
Another handoff on a reverse to the right side, and here goes Staley. He's out in the open, breaks the tackle. I think it's going to be a foot race to the end zone, and he'll go all the way and do it. It'll be a touchdown of 80 yards, the second game in a row that Jet Fuentes Staley has returned a kickoff for a touchdown. Wow. First taken by Daniel Staley, and then he reversed handoff, and then Fuentes Staley just turned the Jets on around the far sideline, and only a couple of hands got a fingernail on him, and that was about it. He'll go 80 yards for the touchdown, and it's now a 22-12 game. And momentum shift, perhaps. Let's hope not.
No. Can't have that.
Fuentes Staley has scored both their touchdowns tonight. This is an 80-yard kickoff return. And they'll go for the extra 2 to make it an 8-point game. Under center. Staley, handoff up the middle to Daniel Staley, and he'll make it in. So the 2-point conversion is from Daniel Staley, and all of a sudden, we go from a 2-score lead to a 1-score lead. With 1:41 to go in the third quarter play, it's the Tigers 22 and the Jaguars 14.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hiles in El Centro.
It's a new ball game after an 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. His second in 2 games by Jet Fuentes Staley. And with a 2-point conversion by Daniel Staley, it's a 22-14 Tiger lead. Kickoff from Natali. Deep to receive at Dorame, and it almost gets over his head at the 5-yard line. Gets out to the 10, changes fields at the 15, tries to turn the corner at the 20. No, doesn't make it to the 20. He'll be tackled at the 18-yard line. And the Tigers will have the ball first and 10 to throw in 18.
He almost made that corner.
He tried.
He tried.
He tried.
He made the first one, then that 46. Wouldn't hear of it.
Updated scores: Vincent Memorial defeated Bonita Vista by a score of 20-0. And it's Claremont 14, Calipatria 7 at the start of the fourth quarter. So the Hornets within
striking
7.
Distance there.
Yeah. Thank you, Kurt, for sending those to us. Keep us updated. The first and 10 Tigers from their own 18-yard line. Looked like a comfortable lead is now down to 8 points. 22-14 with a minute 32 to go in third quarter.
That penalty killed it.
Yep. Yeah, it did. Throw over the middle. Intercepted. It's going to be picked off by
number 2.
Fuentes Staley.
Number 2 again. Yeah.
It is.
He overthrew him again.
So the ball was overthrown, intercepted, and all of a sudden, touchdown and 2-point conversion, and we've got a tied score. As Fuentes Staley comes up with the interception, and the return will go down to the 15-yard line.
Behind and over and behind him.
Yeah, how big that unsportsmanlike. If we don't have that, the kick goes into the end zone probably with a touchback, and they have the ball at the 20.
Yep.
And instead, it goes backyard, and now an interception, and the Jaguars are 15 yards away from possibly tying up the score. Mitchell will be at quarterback. That's Braylon Mitchell as a man in motion to the near side from under center, hands it off to Daniel Staley up the middle, gets hit at the line of scrimmage. Looks to be no gain. It'll be a second down and 10 from the 15.
Give that one to Apodaca and Max Alvarez. Good to see Max Alvarez back in there. Good adjustment by the Tigers coaching staff because they came out that first quarter just running the ball wherever they wanted.
Second down and 10 for the Jaguars from the Tiger 15-yard line. Daniel Staley at the tailback spot. Braylon Mitchell, quarterback, a sophomore, 6 foot and 180, under center. Takes the handoff, rolls to the right, throws it, going to complete it to Garcia. Garcia will be tackled pretty quickly, but not until he gets 5 yards out of it. And a third down and about 5 coming up.
The coverage by Villacampos go with the receiver.
So third down and 5 from the 10. First pass from Mitchell, completed to Garcia, and that is his 4th catch of the night.
Quarter.
And that'll be the end of the quarter. With the score, the Imperial Tigers 22 and the Valley Center Jaguars 14.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zen at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
3rd down and 5 for the Jaguars. Ball at the Tiger 10-yard line. I don't think they have a field goal kicker, so you're looking at 4-down territory. These guys make 2 more stops.
Well, I think they've got to pass here because then Pearl's been stopped in the run of late.
Braylon Mitchell stays in the quarterback under center.
Oh, somebody jumped.
And handoff is going to be, it's going to be a kind of a mishandle from the snap.
Something happened.
Yeah, they just weren't coordinated on that very well. And Daniel Staley will be stopped for a yard loss. So 4th down and 6 from the 11.
Yeah, I think they've seen Ethan come in. And they changed. It looked like the running back ran into his quarterback.
Mitchell has been pretty successful throwing this year. He's completed 26 of 49 passes for 364 yards and 2 touchdowns, along with 2 interceptions. 4th down and 6 from the 11. And Mitchell stays in a quarterback. He'll go into the shotgun with Spiggity to his right side. Crowd chanting out defense. Back to passes. Mitchell goes over the middle, has a receiver in and out of his hands. Good defensive pressure by Bozin, but penalty flag will go down. May see a pass interference. Intended receiver and still on the field is Aiden Cuevas. And if it is pass interference, should give them a first down.
What it was. Oh, that was a perfect little slant there to the. But Bozin did good to get back. That sure was close.
Yeah, it
was close.
It will go against the Tigers. It'll put the ball down at the 6. And it will be a 4th down and 1.
I was thinking pro. I was thinking this is the NFL.
4th and 1 at the 6.
You can get that at the 1.
Mitchell, a sophomore, but 6 foot and 180. Has pretty decent size. And he'll go under center.
Oh,
they're going to bring, they're going to Staley. Quintus Staley will carry it from the snap. He gets stood up at the line of scrimmage, but how far did he get? It looks like he got the first down. He gets inside the 5 to the 4, gain of 2, and a 1st and goal from the 4.
Oh, good job by Mincher. Mincher got in there. Thought he stopped him.
Good call, though, from first-year head coach Bill Dunkel to put Quintus Staley back into there. And
well, I thought for sure they're going to give him number 3. He's been unstoppable on the short run.
So it's 1st and goal at the 4.
Just by half a yard, I think they made that. But Mincher and Alvarez were there for the Tigers. Okay, we need something.
Quintus Staley stays in a quarterback under center. Will they go and try to get a push from behind? No. Hand off to Daniel Staley. Dives forward. Second effort to get him down to the 1. But we stop there. It'll be a 2nd and goal from the 1 after the gain of 3. 13 yards on 7 carries for Daniel Staley. He's gotten some tough yardage, but it hasn't been that much of it, but it's been coming at key times.
Yeah, he just runs hard. He puts his head down and
you see his legs just keep driving, you know.
And he looks lanky. He doesn't look like he's very big.
Showing him 6 foot and 180 also.
Just strong.
Quintus Staley stays in the quarterback under center. Takes the snap. Keeps it himself. Gets a push from behind. You might have, I don't know, touchdown. Touchdown called. And all of a sudden, the Jaguars are a 2-point conversion from tying the ball game up. Wow.
He did.
Stakes.
Yeah, that was so close. That was so close. I didn't know if he had made it or not. It took the refs a long time to call that, too.
Quintus Staley has scored all 3 touchdowns. That's his second rushing touchdown. He had the 80-yard kickoff return for touchdown.
He stayed in.
And they'll go for the 2. I don't believe they've got an extra point kicker. They haven't tried one, at least from the stats that I've seen on Max Preps. So they're going to go for it. Quintus Staley will stay in. It's from the 3-yard line. Big play right here for the Tiger defense. Takes the handoff, rolls out to his right, looks into the end zone, passes it, has a receiver. It's good.
It's good.
Just gets his feet in.
Yes,
good job of keeping his feet in bounds on that.
I thought the Tigers had that covered.
And it's Hotchkiss that gets the extra 2-point conversion.
What a comeback. What a comeback.
Yep. And now, with 9:39 to go in the game, it's Tigers 22, Jaguars 22.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
How important is Jet Quintus Staley? Well, let's see. He got the 80-yard kickoff return and then gets the interception and then scores the touchdown and then passes for the 2-point conversion. And the game is tied 22-22. 6-play, 15-yard drive after the interception. Took 3 minutes and 21 seconds. And Quintus Staley with a touchdown run of 1 yard and then the touch for the 2-point conversion pass to Dustin Hotchkiss. And we're tied at 22. Kickoff's going to go back. Oh, man. He brought that out from the 1.
Yeah.
And it was rolling toward the end zone. And Dorame will bring it out to the 14. And the Tigers will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Yeah, that's when you kind of want to let roll.
Yeah. You should
go into the end zone and get it to the 20. But the Tigers will have it at the 14, 1st and 10. 9:32 to go in the game. Game that just moments ago the Tigers led 22-12. Actually 22-6.
6.
And it's now tied up at 22.
Robles in the backfield.
1st and 10 from the 14. And off to Castro. Castro breaks open. He's out to the 20-yard line, dives and gets the first down to the 27. And a first down for the Tigers, and there's a Jaguar down on the field. Good job of seeing a little crease in there, and Castro running through it.
I called him Robles. It was Castro.
We're going to put the football down at.
I don't know if they're going to call timeout or not.
And
he just got out.
Yeah, but he's going to take some time to get to the sideline. So you're going to mark him at the 27-yard line, looks like. So a gain of 13 on that one by Castro. And a first down for Imperial. 31 yards on 5 carries for Andres Castro tonight. And they won't have a timeout on the injured player who's making his way off, and that's Michael Bray, 6'2" linebacker, limping on his right ankle. But he'll make it under his own power to the sideline. The Tigers have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 27. Ayala, quarterback, has Castro to his left side. Handoff Castro. Man, he gets stood up like nobody touched. Daniel Staley. 3. Daniel Staley, and he just stood him up in the backfield via loss of a yard. 2nd down and 11 of the 26. Man, I don't know if anybody touched him on that.
I also missed assignment because they didn't came this way. Somebody didn't come this way.
So 2nd down and 11 for the Tigers from their own 26-yard line. Ayala Takes the hand up, back to pass. Throws it to the right. Going to complete it. Completes it to the 40-yard line. Gaxiola with his third catch tonight. He'll get across the 40, and they'll mark him down at the 43. Gain of 17 and a first down.
I don't know where he's been all year.
He's done a good job tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah. He's too quick. Very, very quick. Then he gets on that little slant, and they can't stay with him.
No. Third catch of the night. Mario Gaxiola, sophomore, 6 foot, 165. Wow. Had a great job tonight. You kind of wonder if he's really been putting it out in the practice and he's getting some playing time from it.
Could be. That'd be neat if he was.
Not hurting himself with 3 catches tonight for sure. Ayala is going to hand it off over the left side to Jimenez. Breaks the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Still on his speed across the 45 to the 49 before being brought down. Good hard 6-yard run by Julian Jimenez.
Put his head down, 2 hands on the ball, and it took 4 Jaguars to bring him down.
That is his longest run of the night of 6 yards. Yards have not come easy for him tonight.
No.
He's been hit behind the line of scrimmage most of the time, but that time he breaks loose.
I'm hoping that big line for the Tigers is finally wearing them down.
And off again to Jimenez. This time he looked like just put his head down and wasn't looking where to go.
Yeah, a little too early.
Yeah. And he does get across the 50-yard line to the 49 of Valley Center, so it's a gain of 2. Third down and 2 coming up.
They're ready to go already.
Ayala.
Oh!
Tigers jump. Jaden Wilson jumped. Got the signals mixed up on what time the snap count was going to be. So instead of a 3rd and 2, now it's going to be a 3rd and 7. Bring it back to the Tiger 46-yard line. Little mental errors.
That's it.
And then a big emotional error on that unsportsmanlike conduct after the last Tiger touchdown. Things have changed since that point.
Yeah, from way out there, you watch the ball. You don't watch the quarterback.
3rd and 7 from the Tiger 46. Ayala looks at his line in the shotgun. Jimenez next to him. Back to pass. That's up. Going to go deep. As a receiver, and Gaxiola a little over his head at the 20-yard line will fall incomplete. A 4th and 7, and the Tigers are going to need to punt.
Tough penalties.
Yep.
2 tough penalties.
Yep. So 4th down and 7 from the Tiger 46. They'll need to punt, so Robles will be in to do it. And Jet Fuentes Staley, who's been man of the hour for this Jaguar team, will be back to receive. 6:22 to go, and it's 22-22. Robles gets the snap, left-footed kicker. Good high kick that will go down and bounce to 22. Fuentes Staley will pick it up at the 18. Gets away from a couple of tacklers. We'll get back to the 23. And that's for Valley Center. We'll have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. 6:09 to go, and it's tight score. Here in Imperial, final non-league game for the Tigers this season. It'll be league contest from here on out. They'll have Kxo for homecoming next Friday night, then take a week off. So we won't be on the air in 2 weeks from tonight.
And then Brawley, in Brawley.
Yep.
That's good, though. Get 2 weeks rest before we go to Brawley.
Yep. But Kxo 4-1 coming into they're playing some good ball down there. They certainly can't be overlooked next week. The Valley Center with the ball, 1st and 10, their own 23-yard line. Mitchell stays in the quarterback from the shotgun, goes back to pass, looks over to the near side, going to complete the pass to the 29-yard line on just a quick out pattern. And it's going to be caught by Lincoln Zetmeyer, his first catch of the night.
Goes in. They would bring him down. J.J. Jimenez was right there. I thought he was going to be able to beat that one down. Almost got his left hand on that. It's Malik, nose guard. And who else do they have in there? Arispe.
2nd and 4 from the 29 for the Jaguars. Now under center is Mitchell. Man goes in motion to the far side. Quick pitch out to the left side to Fuentes Staley, who breaks open, gets the first down, diving across the 35 to the 37. It'll be a gain of 8 and a first down for the Jaguars.
Oh, he's staying down too. Villacampos was able to bring him down, but not until after he made the first down.
And Fuentes Staley,
he's staying down.
He stayed down. He's got a very large knee brace on his left knee. I'm not sure whether that has to do with it, but it's more like a shoulder injury.
Yeah, they're rubbing his shoulder right now.
We're working on the shoulder. So timeout on the field, 5:19 to go in regulation. It's Imperial 22, Valley Center 22.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Fuentes Staley will make it to the sideline under his own power, and Daniel Staley comes in to replace him, gets the pitch around the right side, gets stood up at the line of scrimmage. His second effort, though, will get him a yard out of it. It'll be second down and 9 from the 38.
Aaron Romo and Mincher, for the tackle. A good job by Mincher to get that play turned in.
Jet Fuentes Staley, who's done so much for the Jaguars side, just a junior, 5'9" and 170. Just a junior. Yeah. That's scary. He's an outstanding athlete.
Oh, Jack. He sure plays bigger than that.
Offense and defense. Has an interception, has 80-yard touchdown. On a kickoff return, has scored 2 runs, touchdowns, and back to pass Mitchell. Looks over the middle. Has a receiver. Got it completed at the 45-yard under the Tigers. And then brought down by Romo at the 36-yard line of the Tigers, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Bo's in tripped on right as the ball was getting there.
And this is going to go to Zetmeyer also.
A fire truck right there at the stop sign, not moving. Been there for a while.
26 yards on that one. First and 10 now at the Tiger 36-yard line. Back to pass Mitchell. Throws on the left flat and it completed to Garcia. And Garcia is going to have his feet taken out from underneath him after a few yards of the game. Inside the 35 to about the 33. Gain of 3. Second down and 7. 3:29 to go in the game.
Eddie Martinez was able to get out there and take his legs out from under him. Big size difference between those two.
Braylon Mitchell has come in and completed all 4 of his passes tonight. And they've been for 40 yards. 2 to Garcia, 2 to Zetmeyer.
He's under center now.
Second down and 7 from the 33. Under center. Daniel Staley behind him. The inside handoff to Garcia, though, we saw that kind of a play with that double wing last week, and he'll get down to the 31-yard line, a gain of a couple. 3rd down and 5 coming up.
I think that was J.J. Jimenez with his 6th tackle of the night unofficially.
So 3rd and 5 from the 31 for the Jaguars. They're chewing up the clock. 2.5 minutes to go, and the clock continues to run. Braylon Mitchell runs to the sidelines to get the play call and comes back out on the field.
Big stop right now.
2:20 to go. 3rd and 5 from the Tiger 31.
Need a big stop right now.
Mitchell under center. The snap. And off to Daniel Staley up the middle. Gets the first down, dragging Tigers literally across the 20-yard line. Or across the 25-yard line to about the 23. Minutes coming up. Ooh, a little bit of an injury, it looks like.
Looks like he's a little woozy there.
Down to the 23-yard line. Gain of 8 on that one.
Aaron Romo was able to hold on to that left foot.
His longest gain of the night of 8 yards. I don't know who the Tiger was on the ground, but Staley literally was dragging him across the ground.
It was Romo. Yeah, it was Romo. He did not let go.
He wouldn't let go. He got dragged a long time. Time out on the field. Minute 39 to go. It's the Tigers 22, the Jaguars 22.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
1st and 10 for the Jaguars, the Tiger 23-yard line. And goes in motion to the near side. Mitchell, the quarterback, will be in the shotgun now. It's the snap. Rolls out to his right. Looking downfield. Throws it way over the head of the intended receiver. Garcia falls incomplete with a minute 34 to go. 2nd down and 10. His first incompletion in 5 passes.
Yeah, that wasn't even close. I was wondering if he didn't underthrow the far receiver.
They have used up, though, almost 5 minutes off the clock. That's just a time consumer here. Doing a good job of using it up. So 2nd down and 10 for the Jaguars from the Tiger 23-yard line. Mitchell go back under center. As Daniel Staley behind him in the tailback position. Garcia goes in motion, pitch around to Staley to the left side. Staley tucks the ball, will get positive yardage down to about the 21-yard line, it looks like. There'll be a gain of a couple. 3rd down and 8. 1:19 to go. And timeout on the field. 1:17 to go in the ball game. Tigers 22, the Jaguars 22.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers.
Mitchell with a 3rd down and 8 from the 21. Back to pass. Looks over the middle. Has a receiver incomplete. Intended across the middle to Aiden Cuevas, but it will go incomplete. Now a 4th down and 8 from the 21. So now all of a sudden things have really changed.
They're lucky that didn't get picked off right there. The 3 Tigers went right between the 3 Tigers.
Yeah, that'd have been a tough catch even if it was on the money to Cuevas. They're going to try field goal.
All right.
Yeah. So coming in to try it will be Mateo Natale. It'll be his first field goal if he makes it. Now, it's going to be that down at about the 28-yard line. You're looking at a 38-yard attempt. Quintus Staley is back into the lineup and will be on the hole. It's a 38-yard field goal. Tigers making some noise. The Tiger faithful. Ball is down. The kick is up. It is no good. It went to the left. looked like it was long enough.
It looked long enough.
Right, but it hooks to the left and no good. So the Tigers hold on by the skin of their teeth and take over possession now with 1:08 on the clock. That was close.
That was.
He didn't miss it. He didn't miss it by much. Let's put it that way.
Then the ref took forever.
Right. It kind of looks like it's wide, but it's
up in my heart.
Exactly. So the field goal is no good, but they used up 5 minutes and 1 second off the clock, and they've given the Tigers only 1:08 to work with to try to get into at least field goal range. So Ayala goes in a quarterback. He'll be in the shotgun. Has Castro next to him on the left. Doramy is wide to the left. Nixon white to the left.
Who's back? Bailey's back.
On the far side, Gaxiola and Wilson. Back to pass Ayala. Going to pass it. Going to complete it. Get out of bounds. Can't do it. Fumble, and Valley Center is recovered. Valley Center recovers on the fumble by Gaxiola after catching the ball. And they have the football with 1 minute to go, and the ball at the Tiger 29-yard line.
It just went out of bounds.
Yep. He's a sophomore, and he's just trying to get whatever yardage he could get, but the best thing catch it, just go straight out of bounds.
Yeah.
He would have had a first down, would have stopped the clock. Instead, the fumble will give Valley Center the ball now. 1st and 10 at the Imperial. Don't put the football down yet. Switch footballs. Now they're bringing their football in, and they'll put it at the 29-yard line of Imperial. Wasn't able to see who recovered the fumble.
I could see it. I did. I just wanted to point out that number 2 is back in there for the Jaguars. After going out with the
hand it off to Staley. That's Daniel Staley.
No.
Breaks some tackles the line of scrimmage, dives inside the 25-yard line to about the 23.
Oh, they had him in the backfield. Both in, able to bring him down. Not till after a 6-yard gain.
And he spikes his stop in the clock with 39 seconds to go. Tigers were looking so good.
So good.
And then
they were in control of this game.
Yeah, and then the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that changed the whole complexion of the game. One play, because it was followed up by on a shorter field an 80-yard kickoff return, where normally the Imperial kicker gets the touchbacks. They would have the ball at the 20-yard line. Instead, he goes 80 yards for the touchdown, then an interception and the score. And all of a sudden, it's 22-22, and now a fumble and a 3rd down and 4. Back to pass is Mitchell. Stands up in the pocket, throws into the end zone as a receiver. Incomplete, broken up by Brandon Felix. Intended for Kevin Garcia. Incomplete with 32 seconds to go.
That was there. That was a good pass. Good job by Felix to come over and knock that down. Another field goal, or do they put it back into the end zone again? Kirshner said, I've been listening. I can't believe this is happening.
4th and 4 from the 23.
We can't either.
So 4th down. It comes down to 4th down again. 4th and 4 from the 23. 32 seconds to go. Jaguars with the ball. The Tiger 23. Back to pass Mitchell. Pump fake. Gets pressure. Throws it under the right side as a receiver, and Garcia comes back to catch the ball. The Tiger defenders weren't looking for the football. They were all staring at the receiver. And he came back and caught it at the 11. 1st and 10 with 24 seconds to go and timeout on the field with 24 ticks on the clock. Tigers 22, Jaguars 22.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
11-yard gain on that, and it puts the ball 1st and 10 for the Jaguars at the Tiger 12 with 24 seconds remaining in the game. 22-22 tie, Valley Center and Imperial.
I was watching the quarterback, and he's telling Cyclists to go down.
There were 3 Tiger defenders there, and I think they were all looking at the receiver, and the receiver came back to get the ball. Just leaped up and over him and got him. So 1st and 10 at the 12.
Silena, I hope you're listening in from Calapan.
They were
listening in from Calapan.
Jaguars were down 22-6 at one point. They were leading 6-0 early, and then we're down. The Tigers get roared back to take a 22-6 lead, and now they're knocking on the door at the 12. Man goes in motion as Garcia. Mitchell's going to pitch it out to Staley around the left side. It'll be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Coming up with a big play. Romo looks like coming up with it. It'll be a loss back to the, I think, 15 or 16-yard line. Yep, it'll be a loss of 4.
I have them unofficially with 10 again after having a big game last week also for the Tigers.
And a timeout on the field. 14.5 seconds remaining in the game. Tigers 22, Jaguars 22.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Highland in El Centro.
14 seconds to go. 22-22 score. Valley Center with the football. The 16-yard line of the Tigers. Back to pass. Mitchell gets away from one. Now he's going to throw the ball backwards. That's going to be a fumble. That's a fumble. Pick up the ball. Now it's finally picked up by Villacampos, but it's thrown backwards, so that's a fumble.
It sure is.
That ball is live, but penalty flags are going to go down. Stops the clock with 3.6 seconds on the clock. But that should be a fumble. It was thrown about 8 yards back, or more than that, 10 yards or more. Yeah, backwards. So that's a fumble. Listening to the action tonight on Kxo Radio, El Centro, California, 1230 on your AM dial. And penalty flag is down at the 30-yard line. It's a live ball, right? It's thrown backwards, so that's like a pitch that goes around. And the Tigers did.
Okay. He said he did. It could be an
inadvertent whistle, and as though it would give the ball back to them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It should be Tiger football, but and referee's going to come out to call
it.
Face mask Tigers. Oh, good. Wow. Ooh, mistakes. Just little errors.
Intentional grounding.
But that's backwards pass, so it offsets. But the clock goes down. There's going to be down to one play. 3.6 seconds to go. But that gets them back. They could try a field goal. They're at the 16-yard line of the Tigers.
He's there.
And he's going to try the field goal. He hooked it last time, and we're talking about Mateo Natale. The ball will be placed down at the 23-yard line. So we're looking at a 33-yard field goal attempt.
I thought Imperial was going to call a timeout.
Good snap. Ball is down. Kick is up, and it is no good. Again, he hooks it to the left, and that goes down to 0. It's a non-league game. Will we go into overtime? I'm not sure if they've decided whether it will go as a tie or if they'll go into an overtime period. So we'll await that. He had a lot of leg in that one.
Oh, that was a pretty kick there.
It was a very good-looking kick, but he did hook it to the left, and it will fall incomplete, or will be no good on the field goal attempt.
They're still talking it over out there. Both coaches are coming out.
Both coaches are out on the field now in the middle of the field. I'm not sure whether they determined before the game if they're going to go to overtime, since it's a non-league game, or whether they'll go into it. All but a tie, or if it's an overtime. We'll see. Head coach David Shaw of the Tigers now walking over to his sideline. Bill Dunkel talking to three of the referees in the middle of the field. What a game this has been, though. Wow, up and down game from both sides.
Yes, it was. Back and forth, back and forth.
It started out as a 6-0 Jaguar lead. The Tigers came back on a pair of field goals to tie it up at 6-6. And then the Tigers would score a touchdown to make it 13-6, would get a safety to make it 15-6, would score another touchdown to make it 22-6, and then the Jaguars came back.
Oh, looks like we're going to keep going.
Yep, we're going to go. We're going to get an overtime period to get extra coverage tonight. And the captains will go out to the middle of the field, flip a coin to determine who will get the football first. They'll get it at the 25-yard line, and it will be as if it's a 1st and 10, and they'll play it out. Each team will get a possession. If you win the coin toss, generally elect not to have it first.
Right.
You'll know what to use.
Right.
And,
let them see what they're going to do first, and then you can match it or feed it.
And if we can stop them, you're already in field goal range for Robles.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So it really will determine the Tiger defense.
Hopefully they go on the south side here.
So the referee's talking to the captains in the middle of the field. Jose Apodaca, Ethan Reeves, and Jaden Ayala for the Tigers. And for the Jaguars, Nate McDermott. And it looks like Kevin Garcia. Jaguars won the toss, and they will decline it. So the Tigers will go on offense first. And the Tigers then will be going to the south. Yeah. So the Tigers will be heading to the south goal line from the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 Imperial.
We got to stop from making those mistakes.
Oh, man.
Killing ourselves.
Yep.
I would like to see Nixon over and over and over.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I would too.
Right at the sideline, let him jump all out of bounds.
Utilize that height advantage.
Yeah. And it's not just big an advantage this week like it's been every other week. This one's a little bit taller.
You're right.
But still, the way he jumps,
yeah,
I can't, unless it's underthrown. That's what should hurt us.
Right, yeah, exactly. We need to make sure that it's not going to be underthrown.
Yeah, overthrow everything.
Right. So the Tigers will have it at the 25-yard line, heading to the south, going from the right to the left, from the north to the south here at Shimamoto Simpson Stadium. Final non-league game of 2023 for the Tigers, and it goes into overtime. It's the last time we had an overtime game. Come on now. Last season at the end, Bishops.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yep, in La Jolla. The 1st and 10 Tigers at the 25-yard line.
With an ambulance on the outside of the fence. I wonder if it was for one of their... No, because number 2 came back out. Came back out.
Ayala hands it off Castro up the middle. Castro will get a little bit of positive yardage to the 22 and a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7.
He's staying down.
Castro is down and getting up slowly.
Okay.
He'll go to the sideline for a play. $33 yards on 7 carries, all in the second half for Castro. Jimenez comes into the lineup to replace him. Fake the handoff, back to pass. Ayala in and off the hands, the fingertips of Jared Nixon.
Missed it.
Yep.
That was a low pass.
Just a little bit short. Yep, a little short. So we'll go incomplete. It'll be a 3rd down and 7 from the 22. 26th pass of the night for Ayala.
The defender's playing way off, though. I think I would do that again.
10 of 26 on the night with a touchdown and an interception.
And they're leaving him one-on-one here with Nixon. I like it.
Jimenez on the right side of Ayala in the shotgun, back to pass. Penalty flags go down on the snap. Was it an offside? Illegal procedure. Tigers. Ouch. That's going to make it a third down now and 12 and bring it back to the 27. Again, the mental errors.
The Tiger coaches.
Oh, they got to just be going nuts. Penalties have hurt.
I didn't see the movement though.
So third down and 12 from the 27 for Imperial. They cannot score a touchdown now. They've got to try for a field goal, I would think. Try to get something on the board. Ayala rolls out to his right, looks downfield, passes. Get it completed, but it's not going to be enough for a first down. It will go to Gaxiola, and it'll be right at the 20-yard line. It's going to be a 7-yard gain, and Robles will come in for the field goal attempt.
There he is.
On 4th and 5.
What was it? Return of Thunderfoot? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, Lee.
This one's for you.
It's all for you right now.
Going to be a 38-yarder. Ball is up. Kick is up, and it is good. From 38 yards, field goal. Well, Robles, the Tigers are up 25-22.
Woo! Pretty. Right down the middle.
Now, defense. Got to get some defense.
Right now. I'll take a fumble recovery right now.
Oh, that would be outstanding if that were to happen. Certainly. Score now, Tigers 25, Jaguars 22, and then Valley Center will now have the football 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. That is the third field goal of the night for Will Robles. Wow. 25-yarder, 32-yarder, now a 38-yarder. He's kicked 3 field goals this year of 38 and more. 1st and 10, Valley Center. From the 25. Mitchell, the quarterback, sets up. Gets away from a Tiger. Now throws in the end zone, and man is open, but he gets it away from him. Incomplete in the end zone. He did have Garcia open, though. And it falls incomplete. Second down and 10.
I don't know why the defenders, the halfbacks, didn't stay with him. Oh, Max had him in the back.
He did. He had him back around the 37-yard line. He had him tackled, and he was able to get away. So second down and 10 from the 25.
I tell you, these kids are not very big, but they are strong.
Yeah. And many are playing both ways, and yet don't look very fatigued, for playing both ways like that.
Look at the crowd we have over here. Days of old right there on the track and all the way around.
Lining the field.
That is awesome.
Mitchell, the quarterback. He'll have Daniel Staley to his right side. Man in motion, Hotchkiss. Pitch to Hotchkiss around the right side. Gets it behind the line of scrimmage. He'll be tackled for a loss. It's going to be a loss back to about the 28-yard line.
Woo, that was Minter and Ethan.
Now let's see where they're going to
find my pencil.
Yeah, they'll put it at the 28-yard line, a loss of 3, so now a third down and 13.
That sure took a long time to develop.
It did. Well, I think that the Tigers just stacked everything up so much.
That side, the far side. Runner took out from left to right, and the Tigers defense just stacked it on the opposite side.
Third and 13. I have 3 wide receivers to the left side, back to pass. Mitchell sets up in the pocket. He's going to be sacked. He is sacked outside the 30-yard line to the 33, and it comes down to one play.
J.J. Bennett with this big sack.
Loss of 5, so a 4th down and 18 from the 33.
Timeout. You got a timeout.
Timeout on the field. The score in overtime, Imperial 25, Valley Center 22, with 1 play to go. Stay tuned.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
Probably going to be a pass. So just a pass and let it hit the ground, and that's it, right?
I hope they told him that.
Right.
You don't have to intercept.
No, you don't have to interception. Just don't let them complete it. It's a fourth down and 18 from the 33. Mitchell from the shotgun, back to pass. Sets up in the pocket, throws it, has a receiver, incomplete. It's incomplete. The Tigers are going to hold on to win it by a final score of 25-22. Good pressure. Good pressure again by the Tiger defense on their quarterback, where he couldn't really set up.
He had to get rid of it.
And then having to go at least 18 yards. It was thrown down to the 5-yard line, incomplete, and the Tigers hold on for their 5th victory in a row and 2nd in a row for Valley Center. Oof. Beat them up there by 1 last year, beat them by 3 here this year. Wow.
In overtime.
In overtime. 2 outstanding games from last year's game and this year's game. But the final score, Imperial 25, Valley Center 22, and we'll wrap this one up in just a moment.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444 for your takeout.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Wow, what a game, George. This game started off with the Jaguars scoring first with 6:32 to go in the first quarter. A 4-yard rush by Jet Puentes Daly on a 7-play, 57-yard drive. They missed the extra point. And I was telling you earlier how big that was, missing the extra point. It made it a 6-0 game. The Tigers would roar back in the second quarter with 4:01 to go in the second quarter. A 25-yard field goal by Joel Robles. That made it a 6-3 game. And then with 3.8 seconds to go in the first half, a 6-play, 38-yard drive by the Tigers, a 32-yard field goal by Robles, and it was a 6-6 game at halftime. And then with 7:01 to go in the third quarter, the Tigers would take their first lead on a 9-play, 33-yard drive, using it almost 4 minutes off the clock, and a 12-yard touchdown pass by Jaden Ayala to Jared Nixon, the corner of the end zone. And with the extra point by Robles, the Tigers led 13-6. The Tigers' defense would then score a 2-point safety to make it 15-6 with 4:23 to go in the third quarter. And then the Tigers would get their largest lead with 1:56 in the third quarter on an 8-play, 51-yard drive, capped by a 3-yard run by quarterback Jaden Ayala. With the extra point, the Tigers led 22-6. But then things changed. The Jaguars would come back after an unsportsmanlike conduct call against the Tigers after the Tigers' touchdown, which then Robles, who normally kicks touchbacks, he's had 19 of them this year, had to kick from his own 25-yard line. It gets to the 20-yard line of the Jaguars, and then Jet Puentes Daly takes it 80 yards for a touchdown on the kickoff return, and a 2-point conversion by Daniel Staley made it a 22-12 game. And then with 9:39 to go in the fourth quarter, a 6-play, 15-yard drive was capped by a 1-yard run by Puentes Staley and a 2-point conversion pass from Staley to Dustin Hotchkiss, and it was a 22-22 game. There were 2 occasions late in the game that field goals were tried by the Jaguars, but both went wide left.
Yeah.
It's the 22-22.
And they look good.
The Jaguars won the coin toss, elected to give it to the Tigers. They would go down, and for the third time tonight, Robles, a 38-yard field goal put the Tigers up 25-22, and it would come down to a 4th and 18 from the 33, an incomplete pass, good coverage defensively in the backfield for the Tigers, and they hold on to a 25-22 victory.
What a game.
What a game.
What a game.
That was pretty
ups
exciting.
And downs. So many ups and downs for the Tigers.
So many ups and downs. For Valley Center, we'll just go through their stats quickly. Passing, they would have 128 yards passing, 5 of 8 for Rocha, who started the game for 77 yards. And then Braylon Mitchell, he completed his first 4 in a row, remember I mentioned. But after that, he completed 1 of his next 8. The Tigers pretty well shut him down, so he was 5 of 12 for 51 yards, so 128 passing. They would get 86 rushing. Jet Fuentes Staley, 57 yards on 13 carries. Daniel Staley, 12 carries for 26 yards. Everybody else pretty well stopped on that. So, let's see, rushing they had 86 rushing, 128 passing for 214 yards total of offense. For the Tigers, Jaden Ayala, he would throw and complete 11 of 27 passes for 140 yards and a touchdown and an interception. Rushing is where the Tigers couldn't get things going. Andres Castro did get 33 yards on 7 carries in the second half, but Julian Jimenez, 11 carries, 13 yards. Ayala, 7 carries, 14 yards, but did get back that big 3-yard touchdown run. So 27, 60 yards of rushing, and 140 passing. So 200 to 214, pretty equal in that too. That's all unofficial, so we'll be trying to keep. So, wow, what a game though! From being down 6-0 early to tie it up by halftime 6-6, go ahead 22-6, get it tied up at 22, and then win in overtime 25.
All on Robles is Bigfoot.
Yep.
I think they just gave him the award or something because he jumped in.
He has to be.
He jumped up and
he has to get the most valuable player award, and it comes back to on the Jaguars' first touchdown, missing the extra point. And we pointed out that that may come back to haunt him, and it did. It did. They win in regulation if it doesn't.
2 field goals tied it, and then it was a different game after that.
Right. Then it was a tied-up game, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Defensive stats. I mean, a few big ones for us.
See if I can read them. I'm still too excited.
Still shaking there.
Yeah, I'm still shaking. I get okay. Big safety for J.J. Jimenez.
Oh, yeah. That was huge.
Turning around right now. And then we
victory bell. You can hear it. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to hear it on there.
Oh, it sure is.
Yep, it is a victory bell. You gotta hear that when you go.
Via Campos had a fumble recovery to change the game there for a little bit until we kept shooting ourselves in the foot. I don't know why. We had Danny Esquives and Max Alvarez combined for a sack for the Tigers. Then Apodaca came up with a big sack to stop the drive. Over here said we're headed south to stop a big drive by the Jaguars. And then I had J.J. Jimenez with another big sack here at the end of the game. Darian Romo, 10 tackles. Again. Look at me shaking. I can't even read it. Let me see. I'm going to try it here. Via Campos ended up with 7 tackles. Mincher with 6 tackles for the Tigers. J.J. Jimenez also had 6. And let me move down here to Aaron Arispe, then ended up with 5 for the Tigers. And then 3 for Reeves, 2 for Brandon Felix, 3 for Max Alvarez. And Apodaca ended up with 2. Melnick Esquives. Gillian Rosales had a tackle tonight. Mario Tapia had another one. And little Eddie Martinez ended up with 2 for the Tigers.
I'd also point out, and he hadn't made any catches coming into this game, but what a great job that Mario Gaxiola, a sophomore, 6 foot 165, comes up with 5 big catches tonight. in his first time of having the ball thrown to him.
Yeah, we need to find out where he came from.
But he did a great job of getting 5 catches tonight. We'll just go through quickly and add up what his yardage was: 26, 43, 53, 60 yards of the 140 by the Tigers tonight was by Gaxiola.
Oh, awesome.
Yep. There was a touchdown that was by Jared Nixon of 12 yards. He would have 2 catches on the night for 33. There would be 1 catch for Jaden Wilson, and that was a big 31-yarder. Good second effort on that one, too. And then Villacampos would have 1 catch for 8 yards. And actually, I think Wilson had 2 catches on the night for 35 yards. And so, anyway, big victory for the Tigers tonight. It makes them 5-1 on the season. Drops the Jaguars to 1-5 on the season. And the Tigers have homecoming coming up next Friday night against the Kxo Bulldogs.
The league with a big win.
Right. Just to recap some final scores for you, Vincent Memorial defeated Bonita Vista 20-0. And a final score, Claremont 14, Calipatria 7. Oh, Hornets are back, though. They're playing some good ball. And Lee Elder also letting us know, and he put Thunderfoot with 3 exclamation points after the field goal. Boise State leading San Diego State 27-17. Not sure if that's a final or not, but Boise State leading that. Now, I have to point this out. Peggy, we live, 7 blocks away from the field. She listens on the radio. She says, I took the radio outside and listened to you guys call it, and the crowd roar at the last play. Too cool. Good girl, Peg. That's good.
Yeah.
Because it came down to 1 play. It was a 4th down and 18 from the 33 in overtime, and you just got to keep them from getting a first down.
That's it.
And when it went incomplete, game over, Tigers win. 5th win in a row. Heads into homecoming next Friday. If you can make it, please do come out and watch an exciting team here playing. If you can't, make sure to turn on the YouTube channel, KXO YouTube channel, and we'll bring you the broadcast throughout the United States.
Yeah. And watch me get excited up here and make us sound bad because I can't keep my mouth shut. I get too excited.
It's just, it was an exciting night tonight. So many exciting plays, interceptions, fumble recovery,
we had
safety. We had it all.
We had it all today.
A kickoff return for them that went 80 yards. His 2nd game in a row of having a kickoff return for a touchdown. And when you thought when we had a 22-6 lead that things are going our way, just like that, it's back to 22-22. And the Tigers come through with the victory. We want to thank all of our sponsors once again: El Zarape Restaurant, Roto-Rooter, the Brick House Deli, Imperial Tiger Football Association, Johnny's Burrito, Southwest Security, Brook and Yoke Cafe, Imperial Quarterback Club, IVC with their dual enrollment going on now, the award-winning IVC, Imperial Valley College, Ksuchi, and also Stan's Auto Bodies. Thank you all for tuning in with us, all of our sponsors to be with us. And on to next week in homecoming.
Yeah.
And Imperial Valley League play.
And we start league. Right. That's it.
League play next week. So join us next Friday night here on the YouTube channel. I don't believe we'll be on live on that on KXO. I think we're on the YouTube right now. So, and if it does change and we go on live, we'll let you know about that for locally. But otherwise, you can get us on the YouTube channel, and we'll be on at 6:45 on Friday night.
See you then.
We'll see you then.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. We're really happy to bring this Tiger victory to you. Final score, Imperial 25, Valley Center 22. Good night, everybody.
Good night, all.
KXO AM 1230, the best oldies on the radio.
1230.